Welcome to DudeNoWay Live, where we embark on a quest to play the greatest games of all time. I'm your host, Moonchild of DudeNoWay, and today, the dogs won't shut up. Literally, the very second I pressed go live, what are the chances? The dogs they're going nuts, dude. I don't know what's going on outside, but something must be happening. Because yeah, dude, they're losing their minds right now. I'm not sure what exactly is up, but anyway, so we're just gonna deal with it. And so today, we're going to be diving into Diablo 4 to level up faster. We're going to fast track to the end game. We're level 60. We got about 10 more levels to go before we can go into World Tier 4 and start really experiencing the end game here. And I'm excited for that because I'm ready to see the good stuff here in Diablo and then move on to the rest of the week. It's Tuesday, February 6th right now. We got a couple of days until Phase 2 of Season of Discovery comes out over in Classic WoW, so we're going to be playing that later on this week. But today we only have a few minutes in Diablo because it's going to go down for maintenance in about an hour. So we're going to dive in and do as much Diablo-ing as we can possibly do, and then later on we'll talk about some cool stuff. So we're jumping right into it right now, and like I said, we're level 60. We're going to be looking to... Excuse me. If you don't know, I had lung surgery, and I can't cough like a normal person, so pardon me. We're going to be fast-tracking our way to level 70 as quickly as possible, and if you guys have not done the seasonal stuff, the seasonal Whispers and Legion events are the best way to get your levels quickly without having to run the same dungeon over and over and over again. And like that part, I just won't do it, dude. I literally can't sit here, run the same dungeon over and over, run out, reset the dungeon, go back in, run it again. Like that is the most boring gameplay I have ever played. And Diablo, in and of itself, is pretty grindy. So like if you're doing that, I feel like you're just asking to burn yourself out as quick as possible. So when you dive into Diablo, the first thing you want to look for is this little leaf looking thing to show you that the seasonal activity is in this area. Right now I have completed most of the Whisper objectives, it looks like, for the seasonal activity. They will reset in, let's see, what time is it? They should be resetting relatively soon, maybe in the next like 10 minutes, something like that. But you want to look for Whisper, you want to look for the Grim Favors to turn in your Whisper caches over at the Tree of Whispers, and that will give you a massive jump to your experience. You also want to be paying attention and making sure that you're hitting every Legion event, which we'll be hitting those here shortly. It doesn't look like there are any Legion events up at this moment. But in the meantime, we're going to jump over to the Whispers that are ending very soon, which is near Kyovashad. And we're going to teleport over there. We're going to go out there. They're resetting in 9 minutes, so we want to make sure that we are hitting them as quickly as possible because we don't want to miss out on the potential rewards from that. And then once the 9 minutes is up, we'll check it and see if we can get into a Legion event, because the Legion events are gigantic portions of XP that if you're not taking advantage of, you're literally just asking to play the game longer than you have to. I'm going to spend my Paragon point so that we're dealing as much damage as possible, and then we're gonna jump in. Let's see, what can we do fast? We can harvest motes from enemies. We can find the corpse. Yes, let's go find the corpse. There's gonna be a lot of corpses. I feel like they need to be more specific when they say something like that. I think this is it right here. We're gonna let these guys just chase us. Chase me to the corpse. Yeah, so this is the ravaged corpse. We're going to use this to complete the Whisper event. This is going to spawn a bunch of enemies on top of us and help us complete a second Whisper at the same time, just to make sure that we are maximizing the XP gain, because we don't want to spend any time in World Tier 3 that we don't have to spend. The main thing in Diablo is you want to get to World Tier 4 as quickly as possible so that you can get your build going and start getting those ancestral items. And then you can farm the endgame bosses and get the really good stuff, the uniques and the uber uniques. Very important for your mental health that you don't spend more time in here than you have to. That sounds terrible, but the game is incredibly grindy. If you sit here and you just play it, if you play it ad nauseum, especially if you do the same thing over and over again, it's good. You're gonna have a bad time. Just straight up, you're gonna have a bad time. I'm gonna get these guys. since we're very close. Put down the trap, let them all get close to it, blow them up, and pick up their little moats. We're gonna pick up these orange moats. And again, we got Diablo going offline here in about 50 minutes. So we're gonna do our gameplay portion of the stream first, and then we'll get to some other stuff in a little bit. Got somebody who came down here to get the ravaged corpse. Ended up getting a bunch of moats for us. For free. Gonna help him kill this elite since he was so cool. Thanks, man. Cool, so we've got 60 out of 100 of these venomous moats that we need for these Grim Whispers. We only have a few minutes left to complete these, so might be worth it to just engage in this public event, since it's very easy. Just slay the enemies, and once we do that, we should have enough venomous moats to go deposit, snag the 3 whispers that they give, and then we will be able, or the 3 grim favors even that they give, and then we'll be able to go over to the next spot, ideally with the seasonal content, because we want to get more governing stones and tuning stones for our Seneschal companion. That is the seasonal spider pet that you get here in Diablo Season of the Construct. And I hear it can get to pretty crazy levels. There's some videos of guys and their spider pets soloing Duriel, and I'm interested to see if we can do that here on the Rogue. It seems like it's only possible on the Barbarian, which I don't know why the Barbarian is like the most overpowered class every single season, but here we are. The Sorcerer looks like it can also do it if you spec into the Fire Sorcerer. The ironic part of that is I decided I wanted to play a Fire Sorcerer last season in Season of Blood, and so I don't actually have the class that makes it the easiest. But we're gonna see if I can do it with poison, make the Seneschal companion do mostly poison damage, and see if I can reap the benefits of the Duriel soloing spider pet. But to do that, I gotta get to World Tier 4, which means I need like 10 more levels here. Not really focusing on a build too much, just grabbing what we can along the way. Because the more we focus on a build here in World Tier 3, the more time we waste. None of this stuff is that important. I'm gonna swing over to this. Deposit the moats. We'll see if I'm close enough. Am I close enough? Looks like I got him. So we're gonna stand here and let the guys spawn, and then we're gonna hit them with the ultimate. And that should kill everything. And they're gone. That was pretty easy. And we were able to snag that before the 9 minutes was up. How much time we got left? 4 minutes. I think that's enough time to run down here and find another corpse. What is this? Yeah, let's go to this one. Swing over here. That'll give us 1, which is not great. The seasonal Grim Favors actually give you a larger bonus to how many you get, so you want to be looking for them first. But since it looks like I have completed all of them, because I was literally just playing this a few minutes ago, so it looks like I've completed all of them, so we're just going to wait for them to reset. And in a few minutes they will, and then we'll be able to go and grab some extra Grim Favors from it. We should also be able to hit a Legion event. That should be happening at the same time. Bang, we're just going to hit the ultimate skill here. Make sure that everything dies really fast. See you guys later. Bang. It doesn't get much easier than that. That was like 4 buttons. Alright, we're out of here. I think we have enough time to go hit the outer world, find the corpse again. Finding the corpse can sometimes be difficult, and so if you know that you can get into a cellar and grab a whisper before it expires, I highly recommend you do that over finding the corpse. Because if you get stuck fighting a bunch of guys and the thing's about to expire, you might not find the corpse in time. Although they have made it a little bit easier here. I'm gonna click it. We're gonna just use the horse to run ourselves around. Here's the corpse. What's up? We're gonna wait for everything to spawn up. Then we're gonna drop the trap, which will taunt them into us, and then explode them. Perfect. That's exactly how that was supposed to go. I'm gonna wait for all of the elites to get over here, and then I'm gonna hit my ultimate. Uh-oh. It got sketchy there for a second. I got knocked down and I didn't realize it. Is that not everyone? Come on, dude. Get over here. You're wasting my time. I'm trying to kill you and get on to the next thing. There we go. Alright, so we were able to get that too. So we were able to get 5 of the Grim Favors here in the remaining 9 minutes. I think that's pretty decent. There's 55 seconds left of this one. I don't think that we'll be able to do anything in those 55 seconds. So we're just going to kill stuff until the time resets. And then we'll take it from there. Like I said, I believe we'll be able to get into a Legion event here very quickly. Trying to get our way out of World Tier 3. Just going to pop a potion, or an elixir even. Want to make sure that you have those running if you do have them. Because if you're not using one, again, you're just wasting time. I'm going to check my season, make sure I don't have any... What are these? Smoldering ashes that I need to pick up. Looks like I claimed them. And my next smoldering ashes is next level. Gonna go in and make sure, oh, I have one. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. That's a 20%. If you look inside of your season, you go down to the season blessings tab. If you look at the Urn of Aggression, it will say boost to XP earned from monster kills. You want to make sure that you put all of your Smoldering Ashes in here to get your 20% bonus to XP, because that'll help you get to the end game 20% faster. And then when you pop an elixir as well, you're going to be getting there 25% faster, so a quarter of your time less is wasted before you can go do the fun things here in Diablo. There are some bosses that you can do in World Tier 3. I kind of don't recommend that you that you spend time doing that. It's a little bit wasted. Okay, we got a Legion event. You can see on the oh, I'm getting attacked. Hang on. Go away. I'm trying to talk to chat. So we got a Legion event here on the, you can see it on the top left of the map, spawning in 9 minutes. And in that time, we should have enough time to go and finish off our Grim Favors. So, and you can see down here, these are the Grim Favors with the little leaf on them that are seasonal, and they give additional favors compared to the regular ones. So you want to make sure that you clear these out first, and then go do whatever regular Grim Favors you have on your map. But you never want to be doing the Grim Favors, or the Whispers, whatever you want to call them, at the cost of a Legion event. The Legion event is always more XP, because not only are there more players, but the mobs are just closer together, they're more clustered, and you will get levels faster doing that. So always prioritize the Legion event first, and then go do your Grim Favors. We're going to swing over here. We need to disarm these traps. Hey, I'm disarming you. Look at that, that's how quickly they get disarmed. I'm gonna find another one. There's one up here. I'm gonna get on the horse. Just riding straight past these guys. You can see my mini-map is lit up red. And that's all well and good. But we can come back to those. I'm gonna get back on the horse and run. Because right now we're just disarming traps along the way. And that will give us the remaining Grim Favors that we need. There's one. Gonna keep going over to this obelisk. Try and ignore as many enemies as possible. Excuse me, friends. Oh no, my horse is out of gallops. Such a weird thing to say. Okay, there's a lot of guys over here. I might die if I try and interact with this. Yep, there it is. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. That's alright. That's what I get for bringing them all to me. And standing directly inside of a trap. We'll see if all the dudes who I just ran past decide they want to come and find me. Hopefully not. Okay, there we go. There's legitimately no reason, excuse me, for me to continue doing these. Because my Grim Favors are full. I need to go see the Tree of Whispers immediately. I'm gonna pick up my loot. I'm gonna teleport out of this bitch. I'm gonna let the Seneschal Companion do his thing. I'm teleporting to the Tree of Whispers. Hopefully I don't get interrupted. We're out. It worked. Take a sip of my coffee while we're in the load screen. Word. So we're going to get this. It's going to give us a big old bump to the XP. It's done, man. It's done. Sweet. And that gave us another Paragon point. We're going to make sure that we spend that, because those are the biggest boost to your damage. Gonna grab, I have 2 of them, so we're just gonna grab both those. And then open our Whisper Cache. Pick up all the crap. Boom. Sort it. Just look through, see if we see anything that we like. Nope. Not that one. Not this one. This only has 3 stats, so it's useless. This is decent. I don't necessarily need that intelligence. There are better things that I could get. And it's a 637. We're just going to go ahead and delete that. This only has 3 stats, so it's useless. You heal 10 life per second for each close enemy, up to 126 life per second. I feel like I would like that if it were higher, because it's like, it goes up to 25. It's only got 10. I'm just going to delete it. This is also useless. We've got a legendary bow, 703 item level. That's a lot higher than the one that I currently have. Critical strikes with your core skills increase your attack speed by 46% for 5 seconds. That's actually pretty good, except the crossbow that I'm currently using has an insane amount of stats on it, and I'm not certain that I want to lose those stats. I'm not certain that it's worth it for me to lose those stats, so I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to save this. I'm going to favorite it, but I don't think there's any reason to really use it. Ultimate skill damage, damage to close. This is worse than my current one. This is also worse than my current one. And we're just going to get rid of those. Alright, this sword only has 3 stats. 17 all stats, 5% damage over time. Basic skill, that's crap. These gloves are crap. That's blue, so we don't need it. Did I put on those pants? I didn't mean to put these pants on. Where are my other pants? Jesus Christ, dude. Whatever pants I took off to put these on, it was an accident. I meant to put these inside of the stash. Rip the dream. That's not exactly how that was supposed to go. I got those earlier, and they're good, don't get me wrong, except they're a unique pair of pants that buffs the Death Trap ultimate, and I don't use the Death Trap ultimate, so they're legitimately useless to me. Rip. I might just swap them out for these. Just anything would be better than that, right? Yeah, I'll just swap them out for those. It's fine. We'll put them in the vault. Grant a Dark Shroud. We'll put that in the vault. I also got the Penitent Greaves earlier, which, yeah, I'm always excited when I get a unique to drop, but the Penitent Greaves are like one of the worst uniques in the game, so, you know, it's kind of a double-edged sword. This is not good. This is not good. And just get rid of that. Cold damage, nope. Shadow damage, distant, poisoned, maximum life. I could see a case being made for this, but I don't use shadow damage, so we're just gonna get rid of that. And how much time we got on that Legion event? 2 minutes, 54 seconds. Perfect. I'm gonna go over to Kiovershad, delete our shit, and then we're out of here. Put the things that we don't need into the stash. We're saving up those legendary affixes for when we get over to World Tier 4, because I don't know what I'm gonna need. Oh, a blackened femur. Thanks, dude. You didn't... Yep, he did. Put it inside of my stash for me. That's not where that's supposed to go. I'm just gonna move it over manually, since last time it decided it was gonna equip my pants. And then I probably deleted the other pants that I was wearing, which is not great. Hey, this is all junk. Thanks. I should probably repair while I'm here. I always forget to repair. Bang. Alright, cool. Well, I'm glad the forge is hot, dude. It's always important to keep the forge hot. Otherwise, it's, you know, just a pile of embers. Gonna fast travel to Ked Bardu. Mark that on our map. And then we're gonna get on the horse and gallop. We're gonna ride like the wind bullseye over to this Legion event so that we can maximize the amount of XP that we're getting. This should get us to level 61, and then we'll only have like 9 levels left until we can get the hell out of World Tier 3. Realistically, with the right setup, you can get out of World Tier 3 a little bit earlier than that, but I would not recommend going into the Capstone Dungeon unless you're at least like 65. Maybe we can get through that tomorrow, but with the maintenance happening here in Diablo in about 40 minutes, I don't think there's any shot that we can get to 65 and make it through the capstone dungeon in this stream, which is sad days, because I'd rather just get it over with. I'm ready to get into World Tier 4 and start the build crafting. Might have to do that on my own. I'm gonna fire these arrows for no reason, other than I think it looks cool. When you get to the Legion event, make sure that you stand by the campfire, because it gives you a stacking XP buff. It grants 1% XP per stack, and it also will work in conjunction with your Smoldering Ashes from your Season Pass, which I talked about earlier. We're just going to go over and look at them. You go over to the Season tab, you go to Season Blessings, you find the one that says Bonus XP, and you fill it up. Then you pop an elixir for that additional 5%, and then when you get to the Legion event, you stand next to the campfire, and you wait. And you wait until, ideally, you will fill up. The stacks go to 15, but it doesn't look like I made it here in time to get everything. I might get it to like 8 or 9. That's totally fine. At least it's something. Looks like my camera froze. Give me 1 sec. Fix my camera. Deactivate. Reactivate. That was not a flattering image. It should pop up here in a second. If it doesn't, we'll fix it. But the Legion event is starting, and if I don't do something, I'm gonna die. There it is. Alright. Not a flattering look, the way that my face just froze. So, you know. Don't go back and clip that, please. Now, ideally, when you get into the Legion event, you want to group up with other players. So, when you see these guys, do your best, like, try to go to social, go to your recent players tab, or your local players tab, and invite the people who are near you. But don't do it in the middle of the event. If you can do it beforehand, you'll get an XP bonus for being in a party. You also get an XP bonus just for them being nearby, so, you know, if you can't get them into a group, at the very least, just stay with everybody. That way, not only are you killing things as fast as possible, you're also reaping the benefits of all of the possible bonus XP that you can get throughout the game. Thank you. You want to be using your minimap, looking for the red, and then making sure that you are staying close to the yellow dots, which are, or diamonds, which are other players. Because there are so many enemies inside of the Legion event, you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your health, because it's very easy to die, end up getting one hit, because there are just so many things attacking you at the same time. Even if you have like a tanky build, sometimes it can take you by surprise. Just pay attention, make sure that you're popping potions when need be. Even if it looks like you are only at... Excuse me. Even if it looks like you're only at like half health, pop the potion anyway. Just in case. Because if you die, you miss out on all the XP that you could have gotten while everybody is slaying out. Sometimes they'll res you, sometimes they won't. If you notice right here, I've made it completely away from all of the other players. That's not great. Trying to stay together with everyone. But they're knocking everything around pretty crazy. Alright. Excuse me. I want to talk, but I have to cough. It's obnoxious. Fresh legions have joined the battle. It's... I don't know if fresh is the right word, right? Like, I feel like fresh means something different in our vernacular. You know, how about new legions? You know, a new challenger has joined. Jesus, dude, just get out of here. Just trying to keep up with the enemy players here. Like I said, these barbarians are knocking everything all over the place. It's hard to see where the mobs are even going when they keep, they blast them all over. They don't keep them grouped up at all. It's like the opposite of corpse tendrils. You guys remember corpse tendrils and how they auto-cast in Season 2, and you were able to, or maybe it was Season 1. Anyway, how they auto-cast, yeah, it was Season 1. And they would group everything up really quickly, and then you'd be able to burn them down. Barbarians in this season are using charge a lot, and that's kind of the opposite of that. And so when that happens, they end up just knocking everything completely all over the place, not together at all. There's no rhyme or reason to the way that they're doing it, but the move deals a lot of damage, so everyone's using it. Which I totally get, but at the same time, it's really annoying. It's just flat out better to have them grouped up in a circle. Corpse Tendrils was always one of the best skills in the game, and then they gave it to us autocast. I don't think we'll ever be able to go back to a time where it doesn't autocast. That effect was so... Yeah, somebody said yes. Yeah, see, they get it. That effect was actually so popular, they put it as a unique item that you can get from one of the endgame bosses here. We go ahead and use the ultimate. Drop the poison trap. Stand in this. That was fast. Fast and easy. And I was right, it did get me to 61. It's a feels good moment. Stick around after the Legion event. Look for swirling kind of... Is it gonna happen? Did not happen. That's really sad. After the Legion event, usually you get like a swirling pool of black and red, which will drop endgame materials that you need to summon the endgame bosses. Didn't happen this time, though. Okay. So now that the Legion event is complete, we're gonna go ahead back over to Tarsarak and finish up these Grim favors so that we can continue on with our Grim Whisper journey, which is the fastest way to get XP when you're not doing the Legion event. We're back, baby. And since we're here, now we can actually kill all of the mobs. I'm gonna take this straight over to the... I want to say it's like the Son of Malphus or whatever. It's a little urn where you summon this big elite guy. And that gives you 5 Grim favors. The Voltaic Brazier. The Herald of Malphus. There we go. And we're going to get everything together. Drop the poison trap. And then watch it go boom. Got some other players lining up here. They also want the 5 Grim favors you can get from this. This also gives a ridiculous amount of XP. So if you can get a bunch of people here farming this over and over again, you're going to have a good time. You're going to watch your XP bar fill up really fast. That finished one of my... I needed to kill a certain amount of these constructs. That finished that. We're also going to finish this one as soon as this guy dies. And he's gone. And we went from 0 Grim favors to 8 out of 10 in about, 2 minutes. And we're just gonna wait. We're gonna wait and see if any of these guys decide they want to put in the materials and summon another one. Because this is a fat boost to XP. The more of these you can get and the more people there are around. I'm gonna save that, Paragon point for a little bit later. So that I can pay attention to where I'm putting it. Not quite as easy now that I have the node filled out that I wanted to fill out. And these summon a decent amount of elites. And also the Herald of Malphus has a chance to drop your Governing Stones and Tuning Stones. You can see here I got the Governing Stone for Gyrate, which increases the Gyrate level on your Seneschal Companion. The more of these guys that you kill, the more Tuning Stones, Governing Stones that you will unlock. And that ends up being really beneficial to you in the long run. Let's see, can we get another one? You put it in, I'll stick around, bro. And here we go. We don't want to spend too much time doing this because while it is a good amount of XP, we're going to get more XP from turning in those whispers. And I can't get my remaining 2 Grim Favors that I need just killing these guys. But it is quite lucrative to stick around here. You get a good amount of gear, you get a ton of gold. And you get your tuning stones, governing stones for your Seneschal companion. So, you know, all things considered, pretty decent spot to be farming in. You can see we've got the governing stone for Firefly, which is good for me because that's the actual move that I use for my companion. When this resets, I'm going to be the one who puts one in since everybody was cool. Alright, boys, you ready for another one? Oh, yeah. With all these people here, not only are we killing everything really fast, but we're getting a ridiculous amount of bonus XP for having so many people nearby. It's like you can barely see what's going on because there are so many particle effects. Which is at the same time dangerous and kind of cool. We know these ones are from players, so we don't have to worry about them. When that happens with monsters, or demons or whatever, you know, it's a pants shitter moment. Oh, we got a shrine over here. I want to see what's goody with this shrine. What kind of shrine are you? A protection shrine. That doesn't really help. Let me go back to the thing. We'll see if anybody puts one in. Yep. I'm a quarter of the level through 61 already. That happened pretty fast. Check my map, make sure no Legion events are coming up. Doesn't look like anything. Blasting through this. There's so much fire on the ground, good lord. Makes me miss my Fire Sorcerer from last season, honestly. Not that the Rogue isn't cool, but it just doesn't have as much visual noise as the Fire Sorcerer does. Something about those firewalls. Cool. Cool, cool. I think we leave these guys now. Leave them to do their thing. We need 2 Grim Favors to finish this off. Doesn't look like we have any more that we can do here. Oh my god, they're just gonna keep going. Alright, we'll keep going with them. I mean, if they're putting the materials in, we're getting this stuff for free, so I don't see why we shouldn't take advantage of it. The more people there are kind of buying into this playstyle, the more materials everyone will get. Because you summon, and then they summon, and you know, if 10 people are here dropping materials, you're getting 10 times the amount of runs. 10 times the amount of elite spawns. Got another governing stone. And every time the elites die, they seem to drop some legendary items. Which is good, unless you have everything, I guess, but when you've completed all of your seasonal Grim Favors, you want to look for the ones that are expiring most quickly, and you want to do those as fast as you can. We have 8 minutes, but I heard that they spawned again, so we're gonna go ahead and hit them one more time. This is our last one for real, though, because I want to go over and finish off this Grim Favors, get over to the Tree of Whispers before the next Legion event starts. Killing the elites. Pop the ultimate on them. Man, that is easy. That is super easy. Alright, I'm out of here. Good luck, dudes. Thanks for the fun. So like I said, when you finish up your seasonal Grim Favors, you want to look for the ones that are expiring most quickly. There's a ton of these all over the map. So look for the group that's expiring in like the next 10-ish minutes, and then and you'll be able to take advantage of that without losing the possibility of having your XP bonus. So in here, we just need to harvest motes from enemies, which is very easy. So we're going to take ourselves over and find the corpse in the meantime, because we know that a bunch of enemies will spawn from the corpse, which will give us the motes that we need, and then we can come back to that and deposit the motes. Get as much XP as possible. Okay, so I can see the corpse over on the other side of this wall. Bang. Gonna drop the trap. Watch them all kaboom. Use rain of arrows. Watch them all kaboom. And get rid of that corpse crossbow. The bone crossbows are the most dangerous enemy in those packs. Alright, and that is one. And you can see we've got another guy spawning up. That gave us some endgame material to summon the boss Varshan. Alright, now that we're at 9 of 10, we want to do the harvest motes from enemies Grim Favor, because that gives us 3, and it will overlap and take us up to 12. And that will give us like a nice little boost towards the next set of Whisper objectives. And then we'll go turn that in, and then we'll check for a Legion event. We should be having one here very shortly. I love when they put up the bone wall, because they think I'm in there with them. They don't realize that they're in there with me. Feels good. Feels good. We're at 81. We'll start making our way back over to this thing, so we can deposit these motes. Should be able to kill pretty much everything here with just this one rain of arrows. Yep. Doesn't get much easier than that. Go away, corpse bow. You're ugly and I hate you. Let me through. I only have a few minutes left to take advantage of this. Come here. How much time is left? 4 minutes. We got plenty of time to kill him in 4 minutes. With this many elites, you just want to make sure that you're moving around a lot. Don't get close to him, otherwise you're asking to be blown up by some kind of on-death effect. Yep, that's that. The fire guys, when they explode, have a ridiculous amount of on-death effect. I don't understand why it's so absurd. Oh no. Can I not do this Legion event? I should be able to. Go into the Tree of Whispers. Taking a sip of my coffee. I'm gonna hit the map again and see how long it is until that Legion event comes up. I want to say it was like 7 minutes. Yeah, 7 minutes. Alright, cool. It's plenty of time to turn this in, get to halfway through 61, and then we can go destroy all of the gear that we don't give a shit about, and then make our way over to the Whisper. Or to the Legion, even. I have 3 Paragon points, so I feel like I should spend those. Where did I want to go? I wanted to get closer to the next glyph. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it there. We'll put it there. We'll do another one in Intelligence. And then we're going to open up our Whisper Cache. Pick up all of the ridiculous shit it just gave us. Awesome. Alright. Taking a sip. Alright. So this helmet is trash. Automatically drop a smoke grenade at the end of a dash. Not only do I think that that effect is weak, but I don't use dash. So get out of my face. Critical strikes with marksman skills have a 50% chance to grant a free dark shroud. I don't care. This one, breaking concealment, grants 10% resistance and maximum resistance to all elements for 4 seconds. That's actually really good. Killing an elite enemy reduces the cooldown by 7.6 seconds. We're going to go ahead and put that one in the vault, because that's actually pretty solid. This is crap. 40 all stats. Man, I am coughing a lot today. Driving me nuts. That's nothing. This is nothing. That is like a minimum roll on that. Core skill damage, damage to close, which we're using a bow, so they shouldn't be close. Damage to crowd control, which we don't have any crowd control. This is awful. This is terrible. What was the legendary effect? Shadow imbued skills have a 75% chance to release an explosion that deals cold damage to the enemies and surrounding enemies, chilling them for 25% if they're already chilled or frozen. Increase this damage. I think that's got to be a rare affix. I don't think I've seen that one before. I accidentally hit junk on this, but it is actually junk. +9 all stats, poison resistance, damage reduction. Go away. I don't care about that. Potion drop rate. What a ridiculously bad stat, bro. Potion drop rate is terrible. Second potion drop rate. 33 dex. 21% lightning resistance. Max health, imbuement skill cooldown. This one's actually good for me. I think I'm going to go ahead and put those on. Even though it is a vastly lower item level, that doesn't make as big of a difference as you might think. The legendary effect is dealing direct damage to a dazed enemy with an agility skill. That, I don't have anything that dazes, so we're just gonna get rid of that. It's not even a sacred piece either. 27 strength. I don't use strength, my guy. Also, only 3 stats, so we would not even, it's not even a question that thing is trash. Cold, poison resist. Crap. This is a max version, a max roll version of this legendary effect. Dealing direct damage to a vulnerable enemy has a chance to daze them for 2 seconds. So we're going to save that, but I don't care about the boots themselves. 3 stats, so they're crap. 3 stats, so it's crap. When you spend 100 energy, you release a cluster of exploding stun grenades. Yeah, I just don't think this is good. I think I'm just going to delete it. Vulnerable, shadow damage, I don't care about any of that. 3 stats, so it's bad. This is the same legendary effect that we talked about earlier that I thought was rare. Neither one of these are sacred, so they're bad. And I don't need that. Alright. What did I say about these pants? Oh, right, those were the pants I had on before I swapped. How much time we got left on that, Legion? 2 minutes. We're cutting it close. Honestly. Cutting it close. Putting those in the vault. In the stash, even. Got a blacksmith right here, so I don't have to go anywhere. I keep forgetting there's a blacksmith there. Alright, right here. And to get there the quickest, we go to the Imperial Library, right? No, we're going to Ked Bardu. The Imperial Library has too many mobs. There's too much chance for me to get stuck and not be able to move out of the way there. Zoning in. Jumping on the horse. Before we get to the Legion event, I'm going to go ahead and just pop another potion. I don't care which one I use. It really doesn't matter. We'll pick up more potions in World Tier 3 than I've ever gotten up to this point. Or World Tier 4, even. We'll pick up a lot more in World Tier 4 than I've ever gotten up to this point. Please let my horse gallop. Please. Like, I don't understand why they think it's okay for your horse not to be able to gallop in town. Who cares, dude? These NPCs are not real. Like, you're not breaking my suspension of disbelief by making my horse not be able to gallop in town. You're just annoying us. You know what I mean? Like, no one cares if I run down an NPC in the middle of a town. They're not real. Stand by the campfire. Make sure you're getting your campfire bonus XP buff. I'm 61. We were 60 when the stream started, so we're doing pretty good. Hopefully I can get to 62 in the next 10 minutes before the before Diablo goes down for maintenance, and then we'll talk about some stuff. I got a bunch of things I want to say today, but if we didn't play first, we would not have been able to play at all. And this is a truly riveting gameplay as you wait for the Legion event to start and you stand idly by at a campfire. You know, incredible game design. It'd be cool if there was something you could actively do in this moment. Like, I don't know, like pick up wood around the fire and put it on the campfire to increase how quickly your bonus XP thing goes up. You know, or, you know, play Rochambeau or something like that. Like, literally anything, instead of standing here waiting, would be more engaging than what we're currently doing. Begins in 4, 3, 2. Gonna poison my weapons. Gonna do the big spins. Alright. Here comes the Legion event. Spawn them up! Hit those guys with the ultimate. Right off the start, get it on cooldown. Kill the guy that is giving everybody a shield, because we hate him. We don't like that guy. Just gonna keep moving with the group as quickly as we can get out of here. Not worrying about the stragglers that we see on our minimap. They'll get cleaned up at some point by somebody's splash damage. They'll keep following us until the event ends anyway, so. Or they'll despawn. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but we just leave. If there's 1 or 2 guys left, we just leave. Put the trap down, use the ultimate. One thing you can do to make sure that you're leveling faster, an active thing you can do, is use your cooldowns at every given opportunity. As soon as they come up, pop that bitch. Don't wait. The more you wait, the longer you're prolonging your experience. Stand over here and wait for the ugly monument thing to spawn. There it is. Oh, the bilious mass again. Good old Billy. 1. Cool. I'm gonna leave my trap here. I don't actually need it over in this area, but you never know, we might end up coming back. That guy's spawning now. Put another trap down. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Did you see how those guys just got knocked over into the wall like that? That shit is annoying. Like, barbarians, I get that you love your charge move, but I really hate playing with you while you're charging everything all over the map. It's really obnoxious. And I know it deals a lot of damage, I get that. But I don't care, because it makes everything not grouped up anymore. Got more spawning here. Put the trap down. We're gonna kill that bilious mass. Then I think we're gonna make our way over to the center. Poison the arrows. Hit the rain. Drop the trap. Yes. The effectiveness can't be denied. But still, barbarians knock it off. Is he vulnerable? Is he ready? Yeah. Servant of Hell, I hate you. You look like the Helltide Assassin. And just based off of that, I want you to go. Where are the group going? Everybody split up. Awesome. Got one of these big boy elites on us. Trying to find where teammates are. There they are. At least one, anyway. Jump on the horse. Ride over to the spot. Howdy, friends. I can see it is pulsing on the minimap, showing us where to go next. A fly nest. That seems like the thing I should be killing. Bunch of demons everywhere. Let's kill a fly nest. This is another one of those times where it's an interesting choice of words. Like, what could be more badass than fighting a fly nest, dude? Like, if you're not fighting fly nests, are you even gaming? I don't understand why this part takes so long to activate. Like, are you trying to give people time to get here? Because we could have this thing dead by the time they got here. Is that part of the problem? I'm not sure. For me, having it dead faster is kind of part of the solution. I think. There's an elite here, boys. You guys, you don't see this, huh? Don't worry, I'll take care of him. Yeah, it's cool, dude. I'll take care of your elite, too. And then I'll res you since you're incompetent and can't press Q. I guess I'm incompetent as well. The irony of that. You guys serious? How many of you were there that you couldn't kill them in the time it took me to run back? Feels bad. It's a feels bad moment. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ridiculous. Put my trap over on the boss. Oh, thanks, Corpse Tendrils. I really appreciate you pulling the guy all the way the fuck over here. Useless to me, Corpse Tendrils. You're useless. I was just singing your praises a little bit ago. And then you pull that shit. Alright. We're paying attention to the Legion event at the end, making sure that if something spawns to give us some endgame materials, we're here to get it. Halfway to our next Whisper Cache, because we were smart and did it in a way that gave us 2 overlap. Okay. It's gone. Now we're looking for whispers that are expiring soon. We got 3 minutes. I don't think 3 minutes is enough time to do much. No. 2 minutes over there. No, that's too soon. Too soon, man. Okay, I guess 32 minutes is as close as we can get. That's totally fine. What do we got here? We can find the corpse. Yeah, we're gonna find the corpse. Bang. We're gonna hit that. Fast travel to Ked Bardu. We're out of this bitch. I don't think I got anything worth a damn from that. We'll check the gear in a little bit. Because we are running out of time. We are running out of time to get this final level, to make it to 62 before the game goes down for maintenance. Please, God. Let me get... It's so ridiculous, I can't stop laughing about it. Let me get to 62. That feeling where you cough and blow a little snot bubble? You know, just knows things. I was able to hit the corpse. We got the enemy spawning in now. Try and gather up these motes. I probably did not need to hit that right now. That's okay. Where is the elite? Oh, there he is. Oh, cool, an elite worm. See you later, nerd. This one? Slay spiders. I do intend to slay some spiders. Let's go. Excuse me. Oh, there's a lot of spiders here. Hey. I'm grabbing your motes as well. Get everybody together. Get the old ultimate. Well, that was way easier than I thought it was going to be. It's 12 o'clock now, so at any moment, the game could go down for maintenance, and that'll be that. And I might come back, and my character might be dead. Thank God it's not hardcore. The spider hosts are really good for killing the amount of spiders that you need. That is absurd. Because they spawn like 10 spiders when they die. So, you know, you kill one host, you get like half the thing done. Dang, look at them all. I should have enough motes now. Let's go turn in the motes. And then that'll give us our next whisper cache. Getting very close to 62. Extremely close. Hey. Don't shoot me. That ain't cool, man. Pop the ultimate. Watch everything fall over. Alright. Let's go turn in that whisper cache to the Tree of Whispers before maintenance takes our game away. We're gonna keep going until they kick us out. But it will not be long. Because it literally said that it should be shutting off 2 minutes ago. Wouldn't it be funny if I did all of this and then it didn't give it to me because it did go down for maintenance and like I'm actually not playing on the like regular servers anymore? Good lord. I got 3 legendaries from that. But none of them were good. Cool. Any Legion events? No Legion events. Alright. Perusing the map to see if there are any spawning Grim Whispers that are seasonal. Does not look like it. Cool. And now we're going to find the next soonest ending set of them and head on down there. Which is like right here. Okay. There's a lot in this little area here. Gonna take our ass over there. For the time being. See how much more of this level we can grind out before things go away. We just hit the 1 hour mark and we've already gone up 2 levels, so that's pretty decent. Again, it's not quite as fast as grinding the same dungeon over and over again, but on the plus side, my eyes aren't bleeding. You know, so it's a give and take. Here, you take that. You guys over here, you hold this. And I'll come back for you. Oh, where'd you all go? Look like little pin cushions. One of the Grim Whispers is to complete a public event, which will spawn an absolute shitload of guys, so kind of glad that one of them is public event based. Here, take this. Can I talk to you? Hey. I gotta stand in this while she walks slowly and a ton of guys spawn all over the place. Oh no, not a bear. Looks like we're doing alright. I can't tell if the poison I'm standing in is mine or someone else's. That's one of the problems with Diablo and its particle effects. A little bit difficult to understand what is going on when everything starts popping off at the same time. Oh, cool. We got another player here. It just became easy mode. Thanks, other guy. Oh my god, bro. There are so many moats around me. Suffices to say, this shit is gonna be done. Yeah. And that's that. Let's go... What is this? Slay bandits. Did I not slay enough bandits? I feel like I did. I feel like I should have definitely slayed enough bandits. Yeah, I did. Okay. Like, I just killed like 1,000,000 guys. What are you talking about, dude? I've been eating breakfast lately, and I've been getting hungrier earlier. I'm not sure if that's a byproduct of eating breakfast, or if my body is recovering and just needs more energy, but I find myself missing food around like 11 o'clock now. But at the same, but I don't like feeling full, so like, how do I deal with that? How do I reconcile that? Hey. Alright, so that was easy. Once we leave here, we can go complete the 3 objective Grim Favor, or the 3 reward Grim Favor, which is just deposit the motes you picked up, and then kill the 20 things that spawn. Super easy. About a quarter of the way through this level. Alright, I put the motes in the butthole. And we're good to go. Just gonna hit the ultimate. Dodge out of the way. And they're gone. And when you see this, you know that the guy that's gonna spawn is gonna give you materials to kill one of the endgame bosses. Blackened femur, let's go. That's how I like my femurs. Black as night. So, so that I can use them for endgame bosses. Legion event, 7 minutes. 7 minutes. That's enough time to, what is this? I gotta be careful because these guys will kill me. Find the corpse. Hey, are you the corpse? Are you the... No, not the corpse. I don't care about that public event right now. I'm trying to find a corpse. Are you up here? No? Are you... I'm looking at my mini map. Furiously galloping on my horse. I'm about to get mobbed by people. Hey. Stop shielding everyone. It's annoying. Guess I'll pick up this chest while I'm waiting for whatever's gonna happen next to actually happen. Hello? Fuck you, dude. I definitely clicked on that before. What was I standing here for? Why is this tree here obscuring your vision of what's actually going on? Blizzard. Fix that. Wherever I am on the map right now. Right there. Fix that tree. Can't see anything. God damn it. He didn't last very long. Not a very strong elite. 5 minutes until the Legion event. What else can we do here in 5 minutes? We can find the corpse again. Let's go find it. And that will, after the Legion event, hopefully that will give us enough for another Grim favor completion. Swing over to the Tree of Whispers, get that bonus XP again. This is kind of the gameplay loop. You guys didn't catch on to that already. But it's at least more fun than resetting the same dungeon 100 times. How much more fun? Some. Not a lot, but some. I'm excited to get to the part where I make a build, though. That guy yelled real loud, and he's gonna die in like 3 seconds. See you later, nerd. Alright. Was that not it? Did I get it? Yeah, I definitely got it. Alright, Legion event, where you at? You should be able to scroll over this, and it will, like, automatically move your map over to where the actual thing is. Because there are so many little icons on the map that sometimes it can be disorienting to try and figure out where the actual Legion event is. Same with the world boss. Arguably more important with the world boss, since it's on a 3-hour spawn timer. How much time do I have? 3 minutes. Word. It's enough time to hopefully rack up a good bit of the stand at the campfire and do nothing XP bonus. Positively riveting gameplay. No, I don't care about any of you. Hey. That's a sexy fire you got there. Be a shame if someone were to stand next to it and do nothing. For 3 straight minutes. So engaging. Alright, we got enough to take us over to the board attachment so I can attach another Paragon board. A lot of people just showed up. Holy shit.
Hello.
Hey. It's me, it's your boy.
Greetings.
Alright, yeah, it's going up. Alright, word. And we got how much time left? It sucks that when you hover over your icon of your elixir, it doesn't actually tell you how much time is left on the elixir. I feel like that is, like, maybe one of the easiest things to add, and probably one of the most important things to keep track of. Like, will it expire before, like, the Legion event actually ends? Like, if it expires in the next 5 minutes, I feel like it should tell you, and then when you pop another potion, you should be able to extend the duration for the 30 minutes from the potion, including the remaining time you have for the final 5 minutes. So, like, up to 35 total minutes. I feel like that would make using elixirs a lot more easy, like, a lot better for quality of life. And again, we're just waiting. Literally just waiting. This is how you play Diablo. You can't not laugh at it, right? Because, like, in what game ever is the gameplay loop stand there and do nothing? Right? Like, I could be looking at loot and stuff like that, but I don't have enough loot to care right now. Let me move my stupid face. Hang on. I don't have enough loot in there to care right now to go through and look at it. Itemization is so bad that so much of the things that you pick up are trash, I don't even care to look at it until my inventory is completely full. They say that they're going to fix itemization next season, and, you know, like, only things that your class will actually care about will drop. I remain skeptical. We'll see. They do a lot of iterating, but they don't do a lot of the big changes. You know, they'll change the thing that just came out if people don't like the thing that just came out, but, you know, changing the things that are actually wrong, like fundamentally wrong with the game, takes a long fucking time comparatively. So, 40 seconds left of this incredible waiting game. This is like the mini game. This is the mini game of Diablo 4. The waiting game. That's delicious coffee. At least the coffee's good, dude. You know? It's not all bad. We were literally supposed to be kicked offline 14 minutes ago. I don't know if they're doing maintenance or not. It's a very flexible 12 o'clock. You know? 1 second left. I should probably just pop another elixir. Yeah, that's fine. I don't even care which one I pop. I said this earlier. Make sure that you use all your cooldowns as soon as they're up inside of the Legion event. And when you're playing in general, too. But, specifically in the Legion event, because if you guys don't finish it, not only are you missing out on loot, but you're missing out on bonus XP that you could be getting by killing mobs faster. If you got cooldowns, use them. You know, smoke them if you got them, boys. Pretty simple. Feel like I shouldn't have to say that, but at the same time, even I catch myself not using my stuff, so. Also, make sure that you're prepared to run all over the map, so that when your charged barbarians knock everything all over the goddamn place, you can catch up to them. Here, yeah. It's vulnerable now. Kill it. Nice. I used Rain of Arrows on one guy. Don't judge me. It's a massive AoE. I used it on one dude. A lot of poison here. These oracles gotta go. Nope. You're not stunning me today. I'll probably get stunned several times during this event. Let's just be real. I literally got stunned as soon as I got over here. There's too much visual clutter to see it every time. Especially in a Legion event where there's like 10 people around you. There is an obnoxious amount of visual clutter. Is it yours? Is it your teammates? Who knows? Use my Rain of Arrows on nothing because everything's dead already. Excuse me. I'm trying to ride a horse up onto the deck of a ship. Drop the trap. Hey, skeletal construct, you can't move. Stand in this poison. Thanks. Oh, thank you, barbarians. Thank you so much for knocking it way over there. I'm gonna stop complaining about it now. It is fun. It's a fun move. Because I like all the, the spirits of the ancestors that spawn when it comes up. It looks cool. I wish I was playing a barbarian so that I could feel how dope that feels, but maybe I'll play one next season. Watch, I'll play one next season, and they'll be nerfed into the ground by then. Isn't that always the way? I could make one now, but I don't like Diablo that much to level a second character every season. I feel like it would get too old too quickly if you start getting multiple 100s leveled up. Unless you're like a serious ARPG player. I like the game for a while, right? I like it for like a week or two, and then I like to wait until next season when things are new. I'll pick a different character, I'll play a completely different playstyle. Like, this is my second rogue, but I'm playing a ranged rogue instead of a melee rogue, so it's like, everything is completely different aside from the gameplay loops. I feel like you risk burnout if you start leveling too many characters in one season. Gonna do the big spinsies while I wait for this to work. Making sure I'm popping my potions, because you never know what could happen. At any moment, you could just die. Not messing around with these corpse crossbows. My least favorite enemy in the entire game. Nothing like getting one hit by them in tier 100 nightmare dungeons from off the screen. See, that's that shit, dude. At any moment, you could just die for no reason. I'm gonna spawn up. Make sure you spawn up, and don't wait for your teammates to revive you inside of a legion. Because the odds of you getting the XP from the mobs are very slim if you're waiting. Doing the big spinsies. Waiting for things to happen. There we go. Kaboom. Give him the rain. Kill the Oracle, because I don't feel like dealing with your stun. Excuse me. Alright, we got it. Hopefully, that finishes off our Whisper Cache. Or our Grim Favors, even. And we can... Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And we can swing over to the Tree of Whispers, turn it in. Yep. Alright, we're good. Just keeping an eye out for anything that's going to spawn, give us some endgame materials. Nothing. I hate World Tier 3, bro. Get me out of here. Trying to get to World Tier 4 as quickly as possible. Which is kind of the premise of today's stream. Alright. Running. I'm definitely going to get to 62.5 from this, so that's cool. The gauntlets, I guess. Sweet. Give me all of the crap so that I can inevitably delete most of it. Ballin'. I have one Paragon point. I don't want to look at my Paragon board right now. So we're just going to wait. We're just going to wait until later. I'm going to check out this gear. This is a Dookie helm. So we're going to delete that. We're going to delete that. I don't use daggers. Poison trap no longer breaks stealth and triggers no cooldown or arm time while you're in stealth. Yeah, that's cool and all, but will I ever use it? I'm not sure. I'll put it in the vault. We'll see. Or in the stash even. 3 stats, so I don't care about it. Attack speed after dodging an attack. Who cares about that? 7% crit chance is pretty nice. It's a shame the rest of it sucks. 34 intelligence, blah, blah, blah. That's awful. This is bad. I don't need that. Let's see, we got shadow resistance, damage resistant. Nope. 3 stats, so I don't care. No. 3 stats. The amount of gear that you get that is trash is ridiculous. I hate... One of my biggest pet peeves in games is inventory management. And, like, when you get to the point where there's too much inventory management, my brain just checks out, dude. Like, I literally can't be bothered to sit here over and over and over again and look at all of this stuff. I will start deleting things that could be good just because I hate doing inventory management. Like, and it happens pretty often, especially, like, it used to happen in Destiny a lot when I would get to a point in the season where there were too many engrams, my inventory is completely full, my vault is completely full, and at a certain point, I just let everything go to the postmaster, and then over time, it will just delete itself out of the postmaster as new things fill the postmaster, and I just won't look at it at all, because I cannot be bothered. It's not fun. It's just not fun. At a certain point, there's too much of it, and it's not fun anymore. And it removes the experience of actually playing the game for me. So, delete it. Get it out of here. When there are at least 5 close enemies, stun them for 2 seconds. That's terrible. That's literally the minimum. 40% times increased movement speed when moving away from slowed or chilled enemies. Oh my god. Crap. Drop a smoke bomb. after attacking with a basic skill. This is actually a pretty decent ring. Poison damage, damage to injured. I kind of don't care about some of it. But it's close in the critical strike chance. Close to max in the critical strike chance. We're going to put this one in the vault because I like the increased core skill damage. See, we got... I don't think I ever want to replace this unique amulet. So it's going to be really hard when I get into World Tier 4, unless I get one of these amulets to drop as an ancestral item. I might end up using this sacred amulet for a really long time. Because I like Rain of Arrows doing the all-imbued part. I don't know why. I don't know why. I think that's really cool. I think it looks cool. The effects are cool. And I think that's enough, you know? I don't need that. So we're just going to delete it. Head over to the blacksmith. Hey, take my shit. Head over to the vault. Stash. Hey, take my shit. Like I said, I have one Paragon point, but I don't feel like spending it right now. I'm gonna peruse the map, look for those Grim Whispers that may be, or Grim Favors that may be seasonal related. None. I see none. So now we're looking for the ones that are expiring soonest. That's PvP. I'm not doing any of the PvP objectives. Can't be bothered. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and there's no... none of them reward 3. I'll pass. Got 1 hour. That's too long. 35 minutes. We have a winner, and it's actually right near where we are right now, so... Slay ghosts. Alright, I can slay ghosts. Clear the Mire hideout. We're gonna clear the hideout first, then we'll find the 2 corpses down here, and then we'll slay ghosts along the way. The only thing that I don't like is that you can't... It doesn't pin when you're near the Tree of Whispers. Like, it puts the pin there, but it doesn't give you the red waypoint like you would normally get. Oh, the Conduit Shrine? I'm in, dude. Conduit Shrine's my favorite shrine in the whole game. Hey. Excuse me, I'm the Storm's Fury. Excuse me. Gentlemen. Ladies. I'm the Storm's Fury. Somebody just hit me with a YouTube link in a DM and like in a Facebook Messenger message, and it's somebody like it's a buddy of mine that I used to work with at Red Lobster. I haven't talked to this dude in like 5 years, maybe longer, and he just randomly hits me with a YouTube link. I hope it's him, because if it's not him and his content, I don't care. No offense. I want to care. But, I just immediately assume anything is, someone's hacked Facebook account or hacked, like, whatever account if they hit me up for the first time in years. I just assume that it's not you. Maybe that's a baseless assumption, but I feel like I'm pretty spot on most of the time. Alright, take me into the hideout. I'm gonna press 2 buttons and clear the whole place. Hey. Hey, I'm in your hideout. Gather round, friends. Okay, so here's button number 1. And here's button number 2. And they're gone. Literally, the whole hideout, 2 buttons. Thanks, Spider Pet. He finished off the last guys. I don't know if you guys saw that, but, Spider Pet's the only reason I was able to do it in 2 buttons. Thanks, friend. Alright, let's go find some corpses. Hey, a chest. I'm gonna pick up all these materials. Corpse time, baby. I am genuinely surprised that we have been able to stay on this long. Did not think this was gonna be a thing. What? Oh, okay, there were tree branches there. Have I made it to the point where I can find the corpse yet? I don't think so. Here's the circle. Alright, I'm looking. I'm on the hunt. Uh-oh. My horse just ran out of gallops. Horse, you better figure it out, bro. Better eat a banana or something. Get them fucking legs moving. Alright, I found it. Okay, going stealth. And then I'm breaking it with my rain of arrows to make everything a crit. Yes. That's what I was hoping for. Wonderful. Uh-oh. That uh-oh was extremely short-lived. Checking my map, making sure there's no Legion event about to come up that I'm about to miss because I'm over here messing around. We got another find the corpse scenario here. My abilities have reduced cooldown. It'd be a shame if I were to press my 2 buttons of doom. Oh, that does feel good. My rain of arrows is almost off cooldown already. Did I kill enough ghosts? Excuse me. So sorry for my sad coughs. Everybody, look at this. They look a little too long. The elite should be spawning any second now. Champion of Evil accepts my challenge. You didn't accept my challenge before? I was the one who clicked on the thing. Here, come stand in this. Oh my god, you're insufferable. How dare you stop 1 inch before my trap, bro. Alright, we're at 4 out of 10. I think we just keep going here. Let's go down to the public event, see if there's a public event up. I'm gonna take this way. I feel like it'll be faster. Cool, there is a public event up. Hello? There it goes. Oh boy, one of the ones where I have to run all over the whole place and kill random ass enemies for no reason. That almost finished the event for me, so that actually, I'm not mad about that one. Three-quarters of the way through level 62 here. Whoever this fire elite is, he needs to die immediately. And by immediately, I mean in a little bit. Because I'm not stopping to figure out which one is which. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Beautiful. Awesome. How much time I got left? 28 minutes? That's plenty of time. I don't feel like doing that. How many? That's 5 Grim Favors. That's actually a good amount. Maybe I will do that. We'll see. No, we got a Legion event in 7 minutes. Absolutely will not do that. Come to find out, I'll be ignoring that entirely. Making my way downtown. Fuck you guys. 'Cause I'm out. Oh no, it took me the wrong way. What kind of waypoint is that, bro? Like, it's like, hey, go through this impenetrable wall. Like the dotted line thing? I don't understand why it does that. I feel like it only does that over by the Tree of Whispers, too. Hey. Hey, I'm at your altar of whatever's. I'm gonna go stealth. I'm gonna use Rain of Arrows to guarantee that every part of them is a crit. And I think that's the end of them. Sure was. That is quite the combo, dude. Quite the combo indeed. We're at 9 out of 10 for the Grim Favors. I really don't care about these guys. You guys are useless to me. Please stop shooting me. I'm trying to figure out where the Legion event is so I can go there and stand at the campfire for the next 5 minutes to maximize my XP buff. Oh, snap. I actually kind of do like when the Legion event is inside of the Helltide. When the Legion event is inside of the Helltide, you can gather the Helltide cinders that you would need if you were actually doing the event, and being able to turn one of those in is bonus XP on top of the bonus XP, you know? Because opening any Helltide chest will give you experience, so it's actually worth it. I feel like it would be ideal if Blizzard would listen and maybe put more of these Legion events inside of Helltides while they're active. There's a treasure goblin there, but I don't care. I'm not really interested in the legendary affixes so much as I am interested in getting the hell out of World Tier 3. Because, like, the build crafting doesn't start until you get the ancestral items. At least not for me. I don't see a point. You're just gonna waste your materials re-rolling things, re-rolling the items, affixes in World Tier 3. It's gonna do nothing for you. Well, that's kind of annoying. Having meteors drop on you while you're trying to stand at the campfire is kind of annoying. I guess that adds, like, a gameplay aspect to it, though. It might not be the one that I was asking for, but, you know, it does add something. There are a lot of people here. You'd think someone would be starting a group right now. It's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna invite everybody. We'll see if they join. Let's see, who is, none of these people are actually local to me. Unless they are, and I just don't know. This guy's name is Shart. I'm not sure how that was allowed, but I like it. Yeah, no, none of these people... Rohan. That's, like, the only one that I could tell. Let's see. I'm gonna invite you, Rohan. I can't invite you. You're already in a party. This is ridiculous. How much time? 3 minutes, 32 seconds? Good lord. At least my campfire buff is almost all the way up. Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Greetings.
Hey. How close am I to this? Okay, so when that goes in, and when that goes... Okay, so I don't need to put any more points down there. Let's look at our Paragon boards for the next, whatever it is, 2 minutes. Let's see. Marksman skills grant your next cutthroat skill. That's useless. Deal 5% times increased damage for each nearby crowd-controlled enemy. No. 23% times increased critical strike damage to enemies affected by your traps. I do like that. We'll put that one, we'll put a pin in that for now. When inner sight gauge becomes full, nope. Your ultimate grants an additional 10% times your damage with ultimate bonus, and grants this bonus to all skills for 8 seconds when cast. I could see a place for that, especially because it has increased critical strike damage. 10% damage as well. Let me preview this. When you say increased critical strike damage, well, that's actually it's actually pretty solid. Hey, a lot of people greeting me over here. You guys are starting to piss me off. I'm about to turn the sound off. 5 dex, 10% damage, 20% damage. That's a lot. That's a lot. I think this might be the one I end up going with. For the critical strike damage, you know? Yeah, we're going to attach that board. I'm going to put my 2 points in. Willpower and strength. We're going to move over to this one first, because it's 10% damage, and then another 10% damage, so 20% total, plus 5, 10, 15. So, 35% additional damage from this one Paragon node. Now, I feel like that is, like, more of my total damage than any other node combined. 1 minute left until we can actually start the Legion event. I am, falling asleep. Not really, but it's not fun to stand here. Let's see. This would be good if it were not 3 stats, and if it had a higher attack speed bonus. I like everything that it has, I just, I can't use it because it only has 3 stats. And also the attack speed bonus is minimum. So that kind of sucks. We are leveling as fast as possible here in Diablo 4. If you guys are just joining us, we are doing the outdoor gameplay loop to get the maximum amount of XP to get out of World Tier 3 as quickly as possible. I can't be bothered to grind the same dungeon over and over again because it literally makes me not want to play the game. So this is the fastest way to level in the outdoor world. 3 seconds left for the Legion event. And then after this, we'll be able to turn in our Grim Favors and snag that. We'll be 63 by the end of this event. So maybe like 2 more levels, 3 more levels, and we should be able to finish the capstone and get into World Tier 4 where the good stuff starts dropping. Be happy about that. We might spend a small amount of time inside of the Helltide just to open a single chest, because these guys are going to drop a decent amount of Aberrant Cinders, which is bonus XP. Easy XP when it spawns inside of a Helltide. If you look at the ground, there's so much visual clutter. You can barely tell what is happening, especially with the red of the Helltide zone. It's actually kind of terrible. Like, the red makes the necromancer effects a little bit worse, in my opinion. The ones that already have a gigantic spot on the ground. What is it? Defile, I think. I can't remember. I didn't use that move. I just had it as a legendary affix that dropped it without me having to do anything. Drop the trap here. Use my rain of arrows. Make sure everything goes kaboom. That's a weird sound that he just made. I'm gonna do the cool spinsies. This is more fun than actually than waiting. Poison the arrows. Get this thing vulnerable so that I can just hold my right click at it. Put the trap on the big guy. Stand in this, dude. Stand in that. You're so kind. Too kind, almost. Hello. Good lord, bro. What is even happening, dude? So many people. So many things going off. Like, I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining a little bit. I like that everything's dying. I just wish I could see. Just gonna use that just to put it on cooldown. On the off chance there might be something still there, you know? I don't think we need to jump on the horse, considering we're all just gonna slide down right here anyway. I like that one dude who got on the horse just to run away. He's like, no, I'm not using that. Oh man, now I have to get on the horse. Go back up the hill. I'll take that. Hey, don't drop meteors on me, okay? I can't tell what is what. Oh, poison on death effect, could I? Let me just stand in that for a while. Put this here, put this here. Cool. Dude, I literally almost died because I couldn't tell that the fire on the ground was not my team. What happens when everything's red? Where are the enemies? Oh, here it is. Guys, we gotta kill this servant of hell. We only have 23 seconds. There we go. I'll run up here and use my rain of arrows before everybody dies. At least I'll get to hit somebody. Oh, yeah. That was cool. Please, get out of my face. It feels like they increased the volume of other people using their potions around you. And, like, I kind of don't care about that. I don't know why it needed to be audible anyway in the first place, you know? Yeah, I hit 63. Feels good. Feels good, man. Smack the old Rain of Arrows button. I thought those Necromancer minions were actually enemies here, but they weren't. It's embarrassing. This sea hag is going down, bro. I'm gonna keep my distance, though, because the pools that she leaves on the ground will one-hit me if I'm not careful. Jump in just to drop the trap on her. There's one of the pools. Thankfully, the event ended before I got killed by it. Give me your nonsense. Alright, we have 141... aberrant cinders, which is enough to grab one of these Helltide chests. But I can't actually see the Helltide chests until I leave and put myself in danger. I don't know why you can't open your map from a safe place, set a waypoint, and then go. But that's the game design. Gotta walk out into actual death before I can see what's going on in the Helltide. There's only 7 minutes left. Can I get a goddamn chest? There's one. I wonder if this chest over here... Oh, no. Helltide Assassin is down there. I no longer care. Yeah, that gave 146,000 bonus XP. I will take that. I think we can get, like, one more right there. If I get just a few more kills here inside of the Helltide. I'm gonna go straight to that chest, because I'm not playing games. I do not want to be in here any longer than I have to be. Being in the Helltide is not good XP. It never has been. Place that there and let everything die. Yes, that was an easy way to get me to my next Cinder level so that I can open this chest. Another 146,000 XP. So that feels good. Alright, get me out of here. Please. Word. I need one more Grim Favor to be able to turn in a cache, and that is super annoying. Where are you? I need one that's ending soon. I don't want you. 27 minutes. Awesome. Awesome. We're going here. We're going to Terrasac or whatever. Ballsack. I'm pretty sure it's the name of the town. I'm gonna swing over to Ballsack, and then... and then we'll head out and do the 3 Grim Favored objectives so that I can get the overlap over to the next set of Grim Favors. That'll put us at 2 for the next time. Slay everything. Cool. That actually, it didn't kill as many things as I hoped. There were not as many things there as I thought there were. Now this is a lot of boys. I'm just gonna keep my potion rolling on me because I have no idea whether or not I'm gonna die. Just kind of standing in this spot because this plate is on the floor and it wants me to. Cool. $10 minutes until 1 o'clock. Still have not gotten kicked out of the game here. Even though it said I should have been kicked out of the game an hour ago. Watch me get kicked out for no reason here. Just in the middle of a fight. Come back and I'm dead. Hello, enemies? I'm in your desert. Oh my god. You need to kill so many enemies. And they're so far away. This monster density leaves something to be desired, bro. Gonna scratch my eye while I wait for everything to fall over. The fact that every single one of these enemies doesn't drop a moat is the same problem I have with the Helltide, where every enemy doesn't drop a cinder. Just make them drop a cinder, bro. Just make them drop a moat. There's no reason why they shouldn't. Every enemy should drop one, even the little guys. Make it make sense. Make it feel good, please. Blizzardo. Cool. 9 away. Hopefully this is a channeling shrine. A greed shrine. I don't want that as much, but you know what? It is what it is. It should definitely be enough to get us the 9 remaining that we needed. And keep the potion rolling, because there's too many things to be able to track what all is coming my way at the same time. Sweet. Hello. Bro, my horse just shit out an entire fortune. I do like that effect that they added to the end of the greed shrine. That part is pretty cool. I'm gonna use the bonus movement speed of stealth to get me out of the way. I almost got hit by that on-death poison effect. What's still alive, bro? For the love of God. There we go. I see you spawning. I'm gonna put a trap right where you're about to come up. Because it'll be funny. Don't get up. It's cool. It's all in pieces. Word. We're out. We go turn this in. That'll get me my next Paragon point into 63. I'll tell you what, man. Grinding in Diablo. It do be a grind.
It is done.
Take all my stuff. Take that and this and this and that and this and that, and then we'll look at our stuff. Sort. Poison damage, total armor, barrier generation, crap. Strength, physical damage, damage reduction from close. I'm saving this only because I like the legendary effect. This is useless. 684. Vulnerable damage, basic skill damage. No. I don't use daggers. What is the... Yeah, I don't use Shadow Step. 3 stats, so it's useless. So much inventory management. Critical strike chance, poison damage, damage to injured, barrier generation. It's actually a pretty decent ring overall. Do I like it more than I like my other 2 rings? Probably not. Probably not. Just gonna delete that. Take myself over to the blacksmith here. Hey, ghost guy. Why do you sound like a lady? You should have a ghostly voice. You're a ghostly model. Okay. I'm at 63 and like almost a half, like 40% through 63. What time is it? 12:55. All right, let's do a little bit more of this, and then it's time to talk about stuff because I'm reaching my Diablo limit. I'll be honest. I'm reaching my I can't do it anymore limit here in Diablo. So we're gonna have to take a break. But that's cool because I got stuff I want to complain about. I got a lot of stuff to talk shit about today. So I expected to be done an hour ago. I had set up for 2 hours worth of talking. I'm not gonna do 2 hours worth of talking, thank God. But I was ready for it. Got a lot of things that are funny to me. And when I say funny, I mean in a way where, like, a woman would go, I just think it's funny how. And then that would be the start of the discussion. I'm gonna stand here and reap the benefit of this guy doing all the work. Thanks, this guy. You're too kind. I'll take this. And these. And we'll summon our Dude Man of Malphas. Whatever it's called, I don't remember. I literally just looked at it. Servant? I missed it. Herald. The Herald of Malphas, that's what it is. Hit my rain of arrows here. Watch everything die. You're all dead. You're all dead, get out of my face. Sir, you too. You two are dead. There we go. Clearing through my objectives pretty quickly just by standing here with these other people. So that's neat. Alright, gotta find more obelisks. I see there's an elite on the map, and I want to kill him just for him being an elite. Hey, bro. I don't like the cut of your jib. That's what I thought you said. Aw, man. I finished I finished off my Grim Favors without realizing I was about to. I probably could have gotten more out of that. Oh well. I feel like I just did a Whisper Cache turn-in, didn't I? I feel like that just happened like a minute ago. Like a few minutes ago. That's what happens when you go and you do the seasonal Grim Favors. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take all of this nonsense. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you. It's all probably useless. Critical strike damage, critical strike with imbued skills. Oh, that feels good. Damage to injured. Crap. Deal increased damage for each second you stand still. My least favorite affix in the game. Standing still is death. Why would you ever stand still? This is actually a really good sword. Critical strike damage, vulnerable damage. Yeah, we're putting this bad boy on. Let's see, every third cast of puncture. Get out of here, third cast of puncture. Nice. That's gonna be extremely helpful. Like, as a stat stick, because I never actually use swords at all. But, as far as stat sticks go, it's a pretty stick. Delete, delete, delete. Shadow imbued skills. I feel like we just messed around with this. I think it was cold before, though, right? I think, yeah, it was definitely cold before. This is actually a good affix. I'll take that. And, alright. I don't care about that. We can delete it. I don't care about this. We can delete it. Alright. Gotta delete those legendary items. And make sure that you are getting the runes and stuff, or the materials and stuff for deleting the legendary items. You need those when you start doing World Tier 4 build crafting. You can't just hold on to all your legendaries. It doesn't go over well. Oh wait, this was where I needed to go, not the other way. I'm just gonna take those out. I need to get more intelligence. I need to get smarter, bro. So, I'm gonna go here. We're gonna drop this into Dex. We're gonna go over into Int. And I need a significant amount more intelligence to be able to proc this. So, feels bad. But at least I'll be able to get the base effect going. And I can still get 3 Grim Favors from this obelisk thing. So I'm gonna swing down there and do that. Where's the closest I can go? Why does this have a purple star on it? Oh, the Miserly Spirits. Oh, the event started today. Alright, cool. The Lunar Festival event started here in Diablo today. Neat. I bet you that gives a lot of XP. I bet you I probably don't care about the cosmetics and stuff that come with it. What I care about is kicking ass and taking names, dude. That's where I'm at, I say as I run directly towards it. Hello? Oh, there's a treasure goblin here. What's up, bro? What's up, fam? Where do you think you are going? Back where you came from? That's what I thought you said. What's this? Is it you guys? Who are the Miserly Spirits? Cleanse the Lunar Shrine of Miserly Spirits. I don't even see a shrine, dude. I don't even see a shrine. Like, is it just in this area? Do I gotta find a shrine and then hit it? Because if I gotta find a shrine, it'd be a lot cooler if you showed me on the map where the hell the shrine is. Let's try that. Oh, Greed Shrine. You do show me. Artillery Shrine. We're going to the Artillery Shrine. Excuse me. Trying to go to an Artillery Shrine here. Alright, Greed Shrine. Start with the Greed one. put that trap down there in case anybody wants to come up and say hello. Hey. I forget what the Greed Shrine's bonus effect was here. Based on the Lunar Festival event having been active now. It is cool that it's active all of a sudden. I thought I was going to have to leave the game for that. I attack faster and summon holy arrows. Don't mind if I do. Holy arrows sounds like a thing my enemies would say. You know, because I'm playing a ranged rogue, but whatever. Is that... Did I do it? Did I cleanse the shrine? Like, I'm not sure. I feel like there should be something that tells me that I cleansed the shrine. Because with all the visual clutter, it's hard to tell whether or not I did. I got some ancestral favor, whatever that is. Do I gotta talk to the girl in, what is it, Kedbardu first? Not 100% sure. We'll find out later, maybe tomorrow. Hello? I'm in your area. Did I finish getting the moats? I gotta kill more bandits anyhow. There you go. How's that? Did I do it right? Am I doing this right, Mom? I think I'm doing it right. Something tells me. I got a sneaking suspicion. Walk on this. Some nice guys out here, man. They just walk right on top of your shit. I'm gonna swing down, deposit these moats while I'm here. Excuse me. Nothing agitates me more than the horse's feet getting caught on some bullshit. I know that electricity guy is not dead, and I have no idea where he went. Or maybe he is dead. Alright. I wasn't actually intending to do that while before I got here, but I suppose if I must, right? Legion event? I'm pretty sure I missed a Legion event messing around doing all this bullshit. Feels bad. I literally told you earlier in this stream, don't do anything if it means you won't get to the Legion event on time. And here I am. Not taking my own advice. Oh, Moon, you rascal. Excuse me. What kind of shrine is this? An artillery shrine? Hell yeah. I'm going to this. So much clutter on the screen. What is even happening? I think I'm winning, you guys. I think. Thank you. This. Ride like the wind, bullseye. Uh-oh. That wasn't the thing I wanted to hit. There are too many people here. I could die at any moment to who knows what. I'm stuck. So I'm gonna press my get out of jail free card and then my ultimate and hope for the best. My prayers were answered. Thank goodness, bro. To disarm this trap. Boom. Alright. I'm at 8 out of 10 Grim Whispers, Grim Favors. Please stop. Please just leave me alone, dude. I just want to open my map. I feel like when you open your map, things should immediately stop attacking you. Because it's just annoying. Like, it's literally just annoying to deal with. You can't escape them. They're all over the goddamn place. This is fine. Just get me... Oh my god. I got stopped from teleporting because something hit me. Please let me leave. Thank you. It's ridiculous. It's absurd. It shouldn't be that difficult to leave. Okay. Down here. These 2 Grim Favors will be enough to give me 1 more Whisper Cache that will get me to level 64. And then we're gonna end the gameplay portion of today's stream. Because I'm done. I'm spent. My Diablo brain has reached its limit. Hey, I'm checking out your ravaged corpse. Everybody get together. All together now. Cool. Oh my god, is that a corpse crossbow? Was. It sure was. Word. Is that enough? No, not quite. How about now? But still not quite. And this is the final guy. Awesome. I'm gonna go to this. Then we're... Oh my god, get off of me. Skeletal archers. Corpse crossbows. Can't escape the nonsense. Alright. All I gotta do is clear out this burrow. This tidal burrow. And then that should be enough to get us to 64. Before I do that, I'll pop a potion. So that I get the bonus XP from completing this tidal burrow. I probably would have been 64 by now had I had that potion popped. 5% additional experience. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and it refilled my potion for me. Thanks, dude. Tree? I'm gonna go talk to a tree. Hit 64. And then use the bathroom. We'll start the next part of this. Start the next thing. Gotta talk about some stuff. All right. And that, chat, is about the fastest way to level in the outdoor world here in Diablo 4. You do your search on the map for any seasonal Grim Favors that you could possibly get your hands on. And then you go and complete those, and in between, you complete Legion events, and that will keep you from having to run the same dungeon over and over again. Never forsake the Legion event for the Grim favors. It's not worth it. There's always more Grim favors. Legion events only come up like every 15 minutes, and they are always more XP. So when you do those in combination, back to back, that's the gameplay loop to level as quickly as possible. We've gone up 4 levels in the last 2 hours, which is pretty good, especially considering that we are already in World Tier 4, already at level in the 60s. We were level 60 when we started this stream. I think that about does it here for Diablo, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the John, and then I will be right back so that we can talk about some cool stuff. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Put my headphones back on so I can hear what's going on here. Take a sip of my coffee. And then alright. So, we got to talk about this. If you guys haven't heard, Microsoft is considering launching... Excuse me. If you guys haven't heard, Microsoft is considering launching Indiana Jones on the PlayStation 5. Now, this is an article from The Verge. It says Indiana Jones and the Great Circle could arrive on PS5 months after the Xbox launch. It says Bethesda's upcoming Indiana Jones game is also tentatively set to launch on Sony's PlayStation 5 console. We got our first glimpse of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle during Microsoft's Xbox Developer Direct event last month, where it was announced for Xbox and PC. A source familiar with Microsoft's plans tells The Verge that Bethesda is also considering bringing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle to PS5. Why is this a big deal? The big deal here is that Indiana Jones was supposed to be an Xbox exclusive game. And when you get gamers, you have them buy a console, and you tell them, you need to buy this console because if you want to play these games, the only way you can play them is by buying this one specific console. When you tell gamers that, and then you go ahead and release your game on a console that is not the one that you told them that they could buy, that they should buy, you kind of disingenuously force them into a purchase. You kind of make them do a thing and then flip the script on them, and then now all of a sudden they could have just bought something else, or they could have kept the console that they maybe already had and then just bought the game, and instead they paid like, next gen consoles are not cheap, bro. They're like $500. So, like, it is not an it is not an insignificant amount of money to tell gamers, hey, buy this Xbox because you want to play these specific games, and then all of a sudden put them on PlayStation 5. That is a serious investment for a lot of people. Now, The Verge says a new multi-platform approach for certain Xbox games is emerging inside Microsoft, we're told, with the company weighing which titles will remain exclusive and others that will appear on Switch or PlayStation 5 in the future. And when you consider that it's not just the PlayStation, their direct competitor, that is going to end up getting some of these games, it's also the Nintendo Switch that might end up getting some of these games. When you think about that, it really puts into perspective how useless buying the Xbox console really is. And, like, the Nintendo Switch is not even up to par in terms of hardware with the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox. I can't think of what the new Xbox's, little tagline is. But the next-gen Xbox and the PlayStation 5 are significantly farther advanced in hardware than the Nintendo Switch. It's not even close. So whatever game that they decide to port over there is going to have to be, like, really low in terms of graphics and in terms of the cost that it takes on the system to run. It's going to have to be, like, ridiculously easy for this game to play, for it to actually work on Switch. I'll be honest, like, dude, my daughter has a Switch, and a lot of Switch games don't even work on the Switch. Like, how are we going to play Xbox games from the next-gen console on a Switch? It doesn't make sense. What are we going to play them at 24 FPS? Like, it's crazy to me to think about. But I'm not really a console fanboy. I'm a PC fanboy. Like, and I have been for a really long time. So for me, I own a PlayStation 5. But like, that being said, I don't have any vested interest in whether or not the games from the Xbox make it to the PlayStation at all. Not that I wouldn't mind playing Halo. I have a Halo tattoo. Halo was my first-person shooter that I fell in love with. And I love the game and all, but I'm not going to buy an Xbox just to play it. And you can also just buy an Xbox Game Pass subscription if you want to play it on your PC. So what incentive is there to really buy the Xbox console at this point? I feel like there really isn't one. And so to go on with the article, it says, while Bethesda will launch its Indiana Jones game first as an Xbox console exclusive, it's currently set to have a rather short period of exclusivity, we're told. A release for PS5 could be considered for some months later, with Bethesda tentatively targeting a December 24 launch for the Xbox and PC versions. Exact timing and platform availability for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle could change, particularly as Microsoft's new multi-platform approach for Xbox games hasn't been finalized. Microsoft has been evaluating bringing certain Xbox exclusives to PS5 and Nintendo Switch in recent months. Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush have both reportedly been under cross-platform consideration, and we understand Microsoft has also looked into bringing other Xbox games to rival consoles. And my question is, if you're bringing Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush to the PlayStation 5 or the Nintendo Switch, how are you ever going to sell Xboxes again after that? And I know that they've been losing the console war, and if you guys don't know about this, I'm just gonna bring this over here. This is an article from Game Rant, published December 21st, 2023. And it states, let me just make sure that it's there. Yep. And it states that the PS5 is outselling the Xbox Series X and S by nearly a 3-to-1 margin, with the PS5 selling 22.5 million units compared to the Xbox's 7.6 million units over the last year. Major exclusives, including Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation, Final Fantasy 16, Baldur's Gate 3, have contributed to the PS5's success, and the Xbox Series X and S falls behind in console sales as Sony looks to overtake the PS4's sales numbers with the PS5. And when you look at that, it really puts into perspective just how far behind in the console race Xbox is compared to PlayStation. It's not even close. 22.5 million PS5s sold compared to 7.6 million Xboxes sold. Like, it's more than triple, basically. It's basically triple the amount of PlayStation 5s that are out there. And is that a cause of Microsoft? Like, is that because Microsoft Game Pass also exists on PC and you can get a lot of those games for PC? I personally think it is. I think that if Microsoft had never released Game Pass for PC, first of all, Game Pass numbers would have tanked, and it would have not been a profitable thing to do. at all. If Microsoft had never brought Game Pass to PC, there would have been no reason really for people to buy the Xbox except for to play the console exclusives, because PlayStation has vastly more popular exclusive titles in Spider-Man and Final Fantasy. Like the things that come out for Xbox are targeted to a very specific audience, specific, like Halo. And you think about Halo, you think about Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush. Like, none of these games are really for like the common gamer in a way that Spider-Man 2 is. Like, you think about how popular Spider-Man is in terms of like people that would potentially buy the game, and then you look at Sea of Thieves, it's not close. It's just not. The Xbox never really had the exclusives to carry the weight to be able to make it a competitor to the PS5, especially when you factor in Final Fantasy, which is one of the biggest series of all time. The Xbox never had the weight to be able to really compete in this race to begin with. And then they went ahead and put the Game Pass on PC, and while that is good for Game Pass numbers, it's actually terrible for selling Xboxes themselves. And I think they might just be throwing in the towel here and saying, look, we lost. You know, we get it. We lost. And it's in Microsoft's best interest to put their games on other platforms. But then you consider it, right? Like, is it in... Sorry. I'm recovering from lung surgery. One day I'll be able to complete this sentence, bro. Is it in Sony's best interest to put Xbox games on PlayStation? Is it in Sony's best interest to put Xbox games on PlayStation? I think is a really hard question to ask, because they could flat out demolish their competitor by not allowing those games to come to their platform. But at the same time, they would alienate their consumer by not allowing those games on their platform. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. You think about it from a business perspective, it makes way more sense for Microsoft, who is losing the console war, to put their games wherever they can so that they can sell enough games to remain viable as a company, even though Microsoft has bought a lot of the studios that make games like for next-gen consoles and make games for PC. They've bought most of the studios to the point where they almost have a monopoly of gaming. But at the same time, they're losing the console wars so hard that buying up those studios may not even be the thing that makes them win. So it makes sense for them to put their games on other platforms, but then Sony has to weigh the consequences of that. Like, if they allow Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush and Halo to be ported over to the PlayStation 5, what really does that benefit them aside from looking good to their consumer? Like, how does that really make Sony any money? And like, when you consider the titles themselves being ported over, we have that double-edged sword of, why would Sony want to do that aside from making the consumer happy? But then when you think about Microsoft Game Pass, is Game Pass on its way over to the PlayStation 5? And if it is, are we going to be sitting there in a year from now or 2 years from now, never buying an Xbox console again, to the point where they just don't even make them anymore, and Game Pass is for PC and for PlayStation 5? Like, is this move going to make the Xbox obsolete? And the possibility is yes, and like, we've never been in a situation like this before, because Sony is their only other real direct competitor. Nintendo is kind of a different market. It's kind of geared towards a younger audience, and also the hardware can't compete with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, so it makes it really difficult to consider them in the same console war. And also, the Switch is insanely popular. The Switch is probably just as popular, if not more popular, than the PlayStation. Let's go ahead and look that up real quick. Switch sales 2023. I just wanna bring this to your guys' attention. Wow, dude. Okay. In terms of hardware, The Switch sold 340 million units. There's a dog barking. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that. In terms of hardware, the Switch sold 340 million units during the 9 months ended in December 2023, a decrease of 34.9% compared to the 5.22 million sold during the same period in the previous year. 340 million Switch units is insane. I gotta click on this link. Is that really... Okay, I don't want to, I'm not looking to accept their cookies right now. 340 million Switch compared to 22.5 million units of the PlayStation. The Switch is in its own console war. The Switch is in a war all of its own at this point. And also, like, the Switch games themselves are insanely popular with their very targeted market. But at the same time, they don't... Most of the games that are on Switch are not on any other console. And most of the games that are on PlayStation and Xbox can't make it to Switch because the hardware just isn't powerful enough to run them. So the Switch is kind of in a league of its own, but we might see Sea of Thieves and Hi-Fi Rush make its way over there. We probably will not see Halo drop itself over onto the Switch. I feel like it would be extremely difficult to run a next-gen Halo game on a hardware as kind of outdated as the Switch is. But at the same time, you never know. It could happen. But the Switch being in a league of its own means that it definitely makes sense for Microsoft to put their Xbox games over onto that platform if possible, wherever possible. And at a certain point, it almost makes more sense for them to continue to develop games that are of a lower graphical quality so that they can put them on the Switch. And that is not good for the consumer, I don't think. While it's good for the consumer that they can play the games where they want, we don't want to take a step backwards in graphical quality, graphical fidelity, just to be able to play it on the Switch. Although being able to play things on a handheld system would be cool, there's also the Steam Deck to consider. You know, there's also the Asus ROG Ally, which I believe is pretty much the same thing. Like, there are PC alternatives to the Switch if someone wants to invest in a handheld device to play their games. I feel like it, in the same vein that it makes sense for Xbox to put their games on the Switch because of how much they would sell in addition to putting them on the PlayStation because they would sell more games, I feel like it will also hurt the market and be bad for the consumer because the games won't play as well on that platform. And that sucks. You know, that doesn't feel good. And when you look at the rest of this article, it says, while it has been a record-breaking year in terms of PlayStation 5 sales, the Xbox Series X and S is falling behind, selling nearly a third of the units. It was reported earlier that this year that the PS5 was outselling the Xbox Series X and S nearly 2-1, but that's gone up by 33% since then. But it seems the margin has expanded even further thanks in part to major exclusives like Spider-Man 2. The PS5 has been bolstered by exclusives like Final Fantasy XVI and Spider-Man 2. The platform even benefited from a brief period of console exclusivity for one of the biggest games of 2023, Baldur's Gate 3. And when you look at the success of Baldur's Gate 3, that game was insane. That's a Game of the Year winner 2023. Baldur's Gate 3 was nuts coming out of the gate. And it says Sony has long focused on AAA single-player experiences that can only be had on PlayStation consoles. This strategy has largely panned out well for the electronics company, as the PS5 looks to outdo its best-selling predecessor. And yeah, like, when you think about it, the single-player experiences over on the PlayStation are insanely good in quality compared to the single-player experiences over on the Xbox. You think about God of War, you think about Final Fantasy, like, these games are nuts. These are some of the best titles in gaming. Everybody wants to play these. People pick these up, and then there's more. People pick these games up, like, as soon as they launch at full price, all the time, like en masse. And there's more too. You think about Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. These games are nuts. They're so good in terms of the quality of the single player experience that is not even close to what you're experiencing with some of these Xbox games. I can't think of a single Xbox game that comes close in terms of how strong Horizon Forbidden West and Zero Dawn is. Let me look. Let's just look this up real quick. Xbox single player exclusives. Let's see. The best Xbox exclusives you need to own. An article by Games Radar. Let's scroll down. We got Hi-Fi Rush, very popular, right? One of their most popular games. But Microsoft Flight Simulator, like, is this really something that people are investing their money in? I get that it maybe like some audiences, but compared to a Final Fantasy 16, come on, dude, it's not close. It's not close. You look at Pentiment. Who's even heard of Pentiment? I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I'm just saying, like, dude, this is not as close as Final Fantasy 16. Quantum Break, that's another one. I've never heard of Quantum Break before this article right now. And you think about Horizon, you think about Final Fantasy, you think about Spider-Man. These games, they have brand recognition. Quantum Break does not. At least not at this current stage. At least not at this current stage of where we're at right now with the Xbox. I don't know about Quantum Break. And the only, like, I do know about Halo, but we're several games down the list now. We're 5 games down the list, and we finally found one whose name I actually recognize. And then we've got number 10 is Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Like, I'm just gonna stop right here. I feel like I proved my point here. The single player experience on PlayStation, on PlayStation 4 and 5, is just leagues above the single player experience on Xbox, which is part of the reason why people play on console to begin with, so that they don't have to be bothered with a bunch of people who want to hang out. Like, they go and they shut off their computer where they were just playing an MMO, and then they go and game over on their TV, on their couch, sitting next to their spouse. You know what I mean? Like, so when we swing back over to this and we look at the PS5 outselling 3-1 compared to the Xbox Series X and S, it makes sense why they would want to move their games to PlayStation and possibly over to Nintendo Switch. But I feel like the consumer of the Xbox, the people who went out and actually bought those consoles, I feel like whether they have a stake in the console war or not, I feel like it's going to piss some people off, dude. Like, I don't think you can get out of this without making someone angry. And obviously, you know, the internet, there's always going to be someone that's angry. But I don't think you can get out of this without making a lot of people who bought the hardware for Microsoft angry. If you take the games that they specifically bought the console for, and then you give it to the other consoles, which they may have already had, or may not have a vested interest in purchasing, I feel like you eliminate the possibility of trust in your brand at that point. And Game Pass, if you put Game Pass on the PlayStation 5, I feel like it's just over. I feel like it's just over for Microsoft as a developer of hardware. I feel like if Game Pass makes its way to PS5, I don't think we see another series of Xbox get created after this current generation. I feel like maybe we'll see a PlayStation 6. I do not think if Game Pass makes it to the PS5 that we see another series of Xbox hardware. And, you know, rest in peace to a giant, because when I was a teenager, Xbox was the console that you wanted to own so that you could be on with your buddies playing Halo 1, 2, and 3. And those are some of my favorite memories in gaming. Like I said, I have a Halo tattoo. It's on my calf, so I can't really show you. But, like, I was 17, 18 years old when I got that tattoo. And I loved that game so much that I got it permanently put on my body. You think about how big of a statement that makes. I loved Halo so much, but I'm not buying an Xbox so that I can play it. And I would 100% just buy it for PC or buy a subscription to Xbox Game Pass if I felt like it were so good of a first-person shooter nowadays that I couldn't live without playing it. I would spend my money on Game Pass PC. I wouldn't buy the Xbox hardware. And I think that speaks volumes, right? And I still hold to the sentiment that Game Pass is the best deal in gaming. I don't think there's any argument to be made that Game Pass subscription is not like the best way to spend your money if you're a gamer, either on PC or with one of the Xbox consoles. Their selection is so much greater than any competitor in that regard. The amount of games that they have available for a single subscription service model is unprecedented and can't be beat. But it is sad to think that this might be the last generation of Xbox that we see. This might be the last generation of Xbox hardware that ever gets created, because there's no point in making them ever again. So, we'll talk more about this as the situation develops, but for now, that's what I got on the Xbox thing. But we do have one more thing. I almost forgot about this. We have one more thing to talk about here, because Phil Spencer actually came out and made a tweet about this. So this is an article from Kotaku, and it says, a number of high-profile leaks suggesting Xbox is looking into porting a number of first-party titles to other platforms. I'm trying to burp, but I can't. Phil Spencer has taken to Twitter to clear the air. The head of Xbox tells fans that they should look forward to a business update event next week, though he did not provide details on the exact timing or the nature of the updates. Considering the widespread coverage that the rumors of Xbox games are going to other platforms have gotten, it's likely that this event will officially announce the news. The full tweet from Spencer, do we have the link? Do we have the link to the full tweet? Looks like they didn't include the link to the full tweet. Anyway, we'll just read it from the Kotaku article then. The full tweet from Phil Spencer is as follows, quote, "We're listening and we hear you." And if that ain't the most hilarious thing, because this is like, "We're listening, we hear you," is legitimately the thing that companies tell gamers when they're not going to do what gamers want them to do. And like, there are so many companies that use these words and then don't do something that makes gamers happy right after that. It's been years that they've been doing this, and we all just fall for it every time. Listen, I don't think that anyone is going to be happy with what comes out of this Xbox business update event. Specifically, Xbox gamers who have purchased the hardware are probably going to be pretty pissed. The rest of us might be fine. You know, the rest of us who just play on PC, or we have a PlayStation and we play on PC, or we have a Game Pass subscription, but we didn't buy the Xbox console. I feel like the rest of us are going to be fine. But when you hear the words, "We're listening and we hear you," you can expect some shit is about to hit the fan, dude. It says, "We've been planning a business update event for next week where we look forward to sharing more details with you about our vision for the future of Xbox. Stay tuned." It's foreboding words, man. It doesn't look good for Xbox, and it feels bad to know that the possibility of them never making a console again may actually be on the table here. And although it benefits the consumer so that we don't have to buy another console to play the games that we want to play, it is sad to see them lose the console race so hard that they potentially never make another piece of hardware again. So, you know, rest in peace to the giant. If they do, if it does end up getting announced, obviously we will cover it, and we're just gonna have to wait and see. For now, we're at a wait and see moment. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee, and I got one more thing I wanted to talk about today. That is delicious. Although it's finally getting cold. It's been like 5 hours since I made coffee. The fact that it's only just now getting cold is not something I can complain about, but it is getting cold now. All right. So the last thing I wanted to talk about today is related to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which is a game that I have not played. Admittedly, I've not played Suicide Squad yet. I probably will not play Suicide Squad until I hear that it is so good that it's worth the $70 purchase price. But I did think this was kind of funny. It says, I'm just going to make this a little bigger. This is an article from Dexerto, or Dexerto. I'm getting a call right now. Hang on one second. Got to make sure this isn't my kid's school. Sorry about that. That was the hospital calling, and I needed to make sure that it wasn't in relation to my recent lung surgery. God forbid it's something I needed to hear. I recognized the number straight away, but thankfully it was just a feedback call. I couldn't dip out of there quickly enough, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Just gonna do some of that. All right, we're back. All right. So, where was I? So, this article is in relation to Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and this is a game I've not played yet, and I'm not going to play it until enough reports come in that the game is banging, because I'm not buying in for a $70 purchase price on another live service game. I'm just not. And they're going to have to do something serious for me to care. But this is an article from Dexerto. I'm sure I'm pronouncing this wrong. It says, Destiny 2 players admit Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League makes Bungie look, quote, incredible. And if you know me, you know that is not how, that is not my opinion. So let's read the article. Let's see what people have to say. I've not seen this yet. It says, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has had a bit of a rocky start. You don't say. Reviews for that have been terrible. It says the anti-hero live service title saw issues that plagued the game's paid early access, with much of the internet having mixed feelings about the entire title. The game itself was already criticized for having a similar UI to Bungie's Destiny 2, with the latter being one of the most prolific games as a service looter shooter available. That is true. That there has not been a Destiny killer, and I don't know if there ever will be a Destiny killer, except for Destiny itself. I feel like the only game that could kill Destiny in its genre at this point is Destiny. But it says, despite its popularity, Destiny 2 is still critiqued by fans, whether that be due to bad seasonal content or story plots feeling generic. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. Let's keep reading. Let's see. This is looks like a Reddit post. It says, the launch of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League has resulted in a newfound appreciation for the Destiny 2 developers, as players have begun to compare the two. Like, I feel like you can compare them a little bit, but these are apples and oranges, dude. Like, these are not the same game at all. Although they have similar elements, these are not the same game. And Destiny came out like 10 years ago at this point. Like, it's not the same. You can't compare. And like Suicide Squad's been in development for 9 years, but at the same time, Destiny has been out for 10 years. Destiny has been on the market for 10 years. So I don't think you can realistically compare them, because whatever problem Suicide Squad has, it should have fixed before release, knowing where we are as gamers in this live service world that we've been living in for like a decade. The Reddit post says, Suicide Squad is yet another game that retroactively humbles me on Destiny's errors. It says every so often, it says Bungie making it look easy. It says every so often, there's another juggernaut studio trying to get a slice of the Destiny live service cake, and every time I think, this will prove that Destiny was always dirt cheap and lazy. And every time I come out really humbled on the other side, realizing just how many questions and problems about how to make a live service that Bungie tackled gracefully. It says, to be clear, I enjoy Destiny, and I always gravitated towards it due to the ultra-satisfying pop of the gunplay and the atmosphere of its fantastical world. I just didn't like how, compared to a lot of offline games, like Halo, which Bungie did before, Destiny often felt like they took the minimal approach and drip-fed content, still minimally, to just get the largest returns on the least effort. It says, I was wrong. I'm going to stop right there, because I have 10,000 hours in Destiny. I have covered Destiny for a long time. I made a lot of Destiny YouTube videos. If you're watching this, you probably already know that. And I just want to say that, like, as far as live service games go, there's no excuse for there not to have been a game that comes out swinging and actually does things right at this point. It's not that Bungie did things right. It's that every other studio can't do things right. It's not that Bungie did a terrible game with Destiny. Specifically, Destiny 1 was a lot more well received than Destiny 2, and like across the board, not just like there were some parts of Destiny 2 that were not as good as Destiny 1. Like the whole of Destiny 2 compared to D1 has been it's not even close in reception. But D1 was out for a fraction of the time that Destiny 2 has been out, and that leads to a lot of those complaints, because there's just been more time, frankly, to complain about the issues in Destiny 2. And it's not that Destiny is a bad game, it's just that it's never iterated on its own problems to the extent that it actually feels like they're trying. And so, when Suicide Squad comes out, and it has all the problems that the internet say that it has, it doesn't make Bungie look good. It makes Rocksteady look even worse than Bungie. And you have to think of it like that, because Bungie has had plenty of time to fix this, right? They've had plenty of time to iterate on their seasonal model. They've had plenty of time to make better stories, where they nailed it with Witch Queen, and then they came out following Witch Queen and put out the absolute shit show that was Lightfall. Like, they've had time. They know what works. They know what we want. We've talked to them about it, and they've said that they're listening. And earlier in the stream, I talked about how we're listening is like the buzzword in gaming for when a company is going to do something that you don't want them to do. Like, if a company tells you they're listening, you can guarantee that they are not going to do the thing that you wish they would do. So, the fact that Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League came out and has all of these problems, the visual clutter, the very samey, like, Endgame, where it's like 3 missions, apparently, that you just run ad nauseum and hope to get this great gear, is not indicative of Destiny doing a bunch of stuff right, where it is indicative of Rocksteady doing everything wrong. And I think Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a perfect example of a game that probably started as a single-player experience, and then somewhere along the line, someone at Rocksteady said, we want a live service game, and your title that you're working on right now is going to be it. And I feel like they had to, at some point, drop the ball on what they were creating, because it looks great. From everything that I've heard, and I've watched a few reviews on this as well, the story part was pretty okay, but there were points where it fell completely flat, and where it felt like they just stopped trying after a certain point. But a lot of it felt pretty good, apparently. But the looter-shooter aspect, the looter-shooter live service aspect of all of that kind of is the issue that made Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League flop so goddamn hard. And again, it doesn't make Bungie look better. It makes Rocksteady look worse. And that's terrible coming from a studio that was insanely popular after the Arkham series. And like, dude, the Arkham series was so popular and so good that I got a superhero sleeve after that. I'm not even kidding. Look, I got a Batman tattoo. I got a Joker tattoo based on the Arkham Joker. I got an entire superhero sleeve after the Arkham series because the Arkham games were so good that I wanted them on me forever. I wanted to remember that I loved the experience so much that I got them tattooed on me. I'm not even kidding. This is not a joke. It was after playing the 3 Arkham games that I decided it was time for that sleeve to be created. So, when you think about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League being in development for 9 years, there's really no excuse for it to have come out this bad. I'm sorry if you can hear all the animals going crazy. Something must be happening outside. I'm going to keep reading because I want to hear the rest of what this guy has to say. But, again, I feel like Destiny not iterating on itself is its own problem, but Destiny has been on the market, straight up on the market, for 10 years. And so it's a little bit more forgivable to have them not be able to fix their problems in time between expansion releases than it is for Rocksteady to put out a game as bad at the live service model as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is. I feel like they shouldn't have released the game if it was this shitty, right? Okay, so the Reddit post says, I would have thought that the studio that produced Batman Arkham City, let alone, I think he means, Arkham Knight, would have been able to make a terrific live service product with the same satisfying 30-second gameplay loop and show how to truly deliver a launch day, substantial live service product that perpetuated itself with variety, amazing story unlocks, and cool-ass character customization in suits. I don't think Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a total failure there. It does have ways to unlock certain character skins, but the loot in-game is so Anthem. I didn't play Anthem because I looked at Anthem and I knew immediately upon looking at Anthem that it was going to be a shit game. Like, I saw it, I knew exactly what was about to happen, and exactly what I thought was going to happen happened. That game bombed like a motherfucker, and it's because it was a bad game. I could tell just by looking at the trailers, dude. It says, the Reddit post says, it's guns that look like shit with percentile stat differences that I don't care about. Destiny puts these games to shame because it actually had a handle on its own economy and balancing after all. It still frustrates me because when I look at Destiny, I constantly see a flawed product. I can imagine how awesome it would be if they just got it right, and every time there's a new live service game, I think, they will show how lazy Bungie was. But it seems this kind of game is just a taxing balancing act of never doing too much, but doing just the right things to make it a game that players want to keep logging into throughout the month, and Bungie has actually managed that, somehow, for 10 years. I'm gonna finish this, but I have a lot to say. I think that's incredible, and I just wish there would be an actual Destiny killer that evolves this kind of game, but it isn't going to be Rocksteady and their Suicide Squad game. And I agree with that end sentence. I agree that it is not going to be Rocksteady. It's not going to be Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. That is not going to be the game that is the Destiny killer. And I will harken back to what I said earlier, because the only Destiny killer that can exist and does exist is actual Destiny. Destiny shot itself in the foot so many times over the years that it lost most of its player base. And like, not most of its player base and then they come back and they're really happy with the product. It lost most of its player base and most of them never came back. And I know that because I've been covering this game for a long time. I know that because I have 10,000 hours in this game, and it's not burnout that makes me upset with it. It's the fact that it's shittily made continuously for a long period of time. Doing just enough to get by is not the same as releasing a brand new product that is shitty. Like, Destiny's own problems are its own problems. Suicide Squad's problems are the fact that they let it come out being this bad. Live service games are, like this Redditor said, live service games are a fine balancing act. And you have to be cognizant of the fact that most people are going to take breaks from your games, they're going to want to play other things, and that your end game, if you want it to be a live service game, has to be baller out of the gate. Otherwise, you're going to lose all the people that had original hype for your game at launch. And if you don't, then you killed your own game. In the same way that Destiny killed its own game by not fixing the problems that it had after we repeatedly told them what the problems were, and they told us, we understand the problems too, we're going to fix it. Destiny killed its own game, and you can't compare the two. It's apples and oranges, because like I said before, Destiny's been out for 10 years. It's been on the market for 10 years. It's been receiving our harsh criticism for 10 years. We have been hitting it with the magnifying glass, revealing its issues over and over again for 10 years straight. And Bungie dropped the ball by not fixing the things that they said they would fix in the time frame that they said they would fix it. Roadmaps, all kinds of stuff like that, tweets, community posts, the Twitter posts from developers, all of that stuff amounted to basically nothing because we're still playing the exact same problematic game that Bungie said they would fix. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is Rocksteady's own problem because it never should have launched in the state that it's in. And again, I don't think you can compare Destiny and Suicide Squad, even though they're both live service games. You can't compare them in the same vein because one has been out for 10 years and one has been in development for 10 years and could have fixed its problems before it came out. Destiny, well, like, you have to take Destiny's problems with a grain of salt in that argument because Rocksteady had every opportunity to fix it and they didn't. That's that. And while we're talking about Destiny, I feel like this one is funny, and I have to bring this one up. This is another article from Dexerto, whatever it is. Somebody correct me. For the love of God, somebody correct me. But Elon Musk has threatened to flee Diablo 4 after complaining about class balancing issues, claiming they'd leave for sci-fi looter shooter Destiny instead. And this is one of my favorite articles I've seen all week, because if Elon Musk thinks that class balancing is bad in Diablo 4, wait till you get to Destiny, my man. You ain't seen nothing yet. You think Diablo 4's class balancing is bad? Bro, there are subclasses in Destiny that were completely irrelevant for years. Like, dude, there are so many things in Destiny that make it imbalanced. It's ridiculous. We've had 10 years of things to create imbalancing shit. Like, Diablo 4 just came out last year. It's much closer to a balanced product than Destiny is, and I'm not shitting on Destiny. It's just had more time to make things that are imbalanced. I think that's hilarious. It says, Blizzard's Diablo 4 had a bit of a rocky history. Originally hailed as a fantastic return to form for the series, it stumbled a fair amount as it transitioned into its live service model, which it did. With a rather lackluster first season, the second season was baller, though. It says the game suffered a fair amount, with players lashing out at the developers a great deal, and that did happen. But Blizzard has constantly iterated on Diablo, and when things are wrong, they have come in and actually made efforts to fix those things to keep player retention for this game. They did a decent job. Like, as far as Season 3 goes, it came out really bad for Diablo, and Blizzard came in and said, hey, we see what's going on, we see what you're complaining about, and then they went ahead and iterated on that and fixed a lot of those issues, specifically the traps that they implemented in Season 3 as their seasonal mechanic. It didn't pan over well. People didn't like the traps, and I understand why, because in Diablo there's an immense amount of visual clutter. You can't actually see what's going on a day-to-day, or like on a fight-to-fight basis. Especially if there are a bunch of mobs that have both on-death effects and active effects that leave things on the floor. It's very difficult to actually understand visually what is happening. And then you add traps on top of that, and things just become a jumbled mess of particle effects. But then, the real way that they shot themselves in the foot, Diablo, in Season 3 specifically, was they tied your loot to not getting hit by these traps, which you couldn't fucking see. So, after we all complained about that, and by we, I mean other people, because I wasn't even going to play the season until I found out whether or not the season was good. Like, I'm not investing time in something that I think is going to be bad. And Diablo is one of those ones where I gotta hear somebody tell me that it's good before I'm ready to boot the game up. I already paid for the game, and I played through the launch, I played through Season 1, and I played through Season 2. So I'm in a wait-and-see aspect here with Diablo's seasons. I don't like seasonal models to begin with, and Diablo has not had the greatest reception off the jump. But as soon as I found out that they were iterating on things and actually making changes, I came back. I played the game, I'm still playing the season. I played it for 2 hours just an hour ago, you know? So, Diablo has a pretty decent... Like, there are things in Diablo that are really overpowered, and that is indicative of it being an ARPG. It is the type of game that you want to be super overpowered in. So for Elon Musk to be like, oh, Diablo, if you don't fix your class balancing issues, I'm gonna jump ship to Destiny, is hilarious to me, because, like, Blizzard is there in the shit, in the muck, listening to their player base, actually making changes to get to that spot. Bungie has been silent in the change department for a couple of months now, and there's still a couple of months left before final shape. If you jump ship to Destiny, you've got 10 years worth of imbalance to look forward to, my man. Like, there is not a balanced sandbox in your future if you decide Destiny is going to be your destination. But I thought that was hilarious. I had to bring that up. I wanted to share that with you guys, because like, Elon Musk, what are you going to do? You're going to come over to Destiny and complain about, like, game imbalance? Look, bro, we have complained about everything in this game. When you get to Destiny, you will see. You will understand better, and you'll probably have fun at the beginning, but eventually the problems, the cracks in the foundation will start to show, and you will understand what we understand, good luck. I hope you keep playing Diablo 4. All right, dude. That is everything I think that I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this. I'm gonna turn this up a hair. And and dude, imagine if Elon Musk really comes through and starts playing Destiny. Imagine the tweets. Imagine, like, the content creators that will be playing trials with Elon Musk. Like, imagine, like, Grenader Jake is gonna put out a video where he's like, I carried Elon Musk to the lighthouse, right? Like, Say Walla Bro is gonna come out and be like, I carried Elon Musk to the lighthouse. And those will be insane videos. I'll definitely watch them. You know, if he does decide Destiny is gonna be his landing zone, you know, I'll come through and watch the content that gets farmed off of Elon Musk. I might even farm some content off of Elon Musk myself. But you know, the funniest part for me, Extinguish, what's up, dude? You caught me at the last minute here. But the funniest part for me would be if Elon Musk decides that he's gonna come over, and then decides he's gonna, like, buy Bungie from Sony or something like that, like, so that he can tank them like he did with Twitter. That would be the icing on the cake for me. It would be so funny. I don't know why Elon Musk threatening to leave Diablo 4 and come to Destiny is, like, the best article I've read all week. But man, what a fantastic turn of events that would be. I want to thank everybody for watching today. I want to thank Blizzard for making me get bored with Diablo so that I had to come over here and talk about stuff. No, but it was fun. I had a good time. We leveled up. We got 4 levels in one stream. I'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out the DudeNoWay gaming channel for our latest videos if you haven't seen them yet. I'm Moonchild of DudeNoWay, and I hope you have a great rest of your afternoon.